Going live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Watchalong. We've got the grand final on tap, the biggest game of the year. And yeah, looking forward to it. And joining me for probably most of it. Obviously, we'll go in and out when he's got to do a few things. But Mini Monk, mate, how are you? Looking forward to the grand final?
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Should be an absolute cracker. Top two teams in the ladder, best two teams all year, you could say. And the Pies have been not great against Brisbane the last couple of games, but they're playing at the MCG this time, so maybe they get a bit of a advantage from that.
Yep. Yeah. No. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I don't actually know who's going to win this one. I've gone. I think Collingwood will get it done, but then I want Brisbane to win. Obviously, as a non-Victorian myself, that's the sort of want to go for the team that's not there. And I like Brisbane as well. They're good. So, and I picked Brisbane at the start of the year to beat the Premiers. I was sort of hoping Bont would win the Brownlow on Monday, because then if Brisbane won, I would have got my predictions from the start of the year right. So I went Bont, Brownlow, Brisbane, Premiers, but we'll have to see anyway. But yeah, so tip and margin, what do you reckon?
I have Brisbane by 7.
Brisbane by 7. Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a close one.
Yep.
But yeah, I've got Brisbane ahead currently. But I think it's going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, I've got Collingwood by 10, but that's only just because I do my margin always by 10, 20, 30. I never do any margins, but yeah, I think it's going to be within 10 points either way. I think it's going to be very, very close. So I'm looking forward to it. But actually, we'll just get up my draft stars lineup and show people how we're going. But actually, no, first of all, I'll do this first. But no, the stream is partnered by GameDay Squad. So make sure you guys do go and sign up at gamedaysquad.com.au. They got the NBL now as a new format. NBL starting on Thursday. So I've got a team now. Don't know too much about it, but we'll see how we go. Obviously got the AFL, the women's, and the NRL as well. So make sure you guys get involved in that. You get free packs, free cards when you register. And even though the AFL is finishing today, and then the women's is halfway through and the NRL is going to finish tomorrow, you can still collect all your cards, get ready for next season, because the more times you log in on a Monday, you get 3 free players. So you can sort of have well in excess of 100 players by the time the season starts. So make sure you go and sign up at gamedaysquad.com.au. I'm just going to get my current lineup for the games today. If I screen share, and hopefully that's working. There we go. All right, so this is my current side they'll be rocking with today. So, as you can see, they've got Nick Dacos, Quainer, that's the platinum there, Maynard, Andrews, Howe, and Darcy Moore. And I've got Lockie Neal, Josh Dacos, Hugh McCluggage, Jack Crisp, and Calamar-Chi. And I've, of course, got my boy Rory Lau on the bench. McInerney there in the ruck, and then Dunkley, DeGoey, Zorko, Danaher, Zach Bailey, and Charlie Cameron. I don't actually have any other players besides this. Whatever's here is what I've got. I think I've got 1 or 2 other names that I could plug in, but I've pretty much just got who I've got in the club, and that's about it. Yeah, there you go. Like Dev Robertson, can't fit him in. Can't fit any of those guys in. And then Collingwood, I don't think I've actually got anyone from Collingwood. I don't have. Oh, Bobby Hill's about the only one. But yeah, so that's the current lineup that we're rocking. And I'll quickly show people the draft stars side. And Minimum, this is where I will get your take, being the fantasy expert that you are. Draft stars, and we'll go to contest and then share screen. All right. As it just loads. Here we go. That's the current side. I don't know if you can see it on the right there, but I've got currently Connor McKenna and Darcy Moore in defence. Midfield, I've got Nick Dacos, Jordan DeGoey, Jared Berry, and Jasper Fletcher. I've got my check in McCreary up forward, and I've got Oscar McInerney in the ruck. So,
all right. So let's go through them quickly one by one. McInerney, love as the ruck pick. I'd be picking him as well.
Yep.
I'd consider getting Coleman instead of Connor McKenna if they're at a comparable price.
It's about, I think, Coleman's about 12,000 in the thing, whereas McKenna's about 10,000. So you got to probably try and downgrade maybe a Berry to a Wilmot, or maybe just trying to think, or maybe you go Darcy Moore down to a basement defender, like you go get a Starcevic or something.
I love the Jordan DeGoey pick. How much is Zach Bailey?
Zach Bailey, he is about 10,000, I reckon.
As a forward?
He could be a forward and a midfielder, yeah.
Hmm.
You go 10,000, so...
I'd consider moving Dacos down and McCreary up and then using a little bit of extra cash to go McKenna to Coleman.
That could be interesting. The only thing is, I reckon Nick Dacos is going to go big. That's the only thing. I'm sort of thinking that he could potentially get the Norm Smith. So it's like he could have the biggest. He could have the biggest score on the slate. So that's the only reason I got him now. Just actually, let me have a play around with it. So if we go midfield and I go him down to, who would I go? Just trying to think. Maybe go Jack Crisp.
Could you go Mitchell?
Mitchell depends if I could then afford. So if I went McCreary up, I wouldn't be able to get Zach Bailey alone. It'd have to be someone cheaper in the midfield. So let's say Jack Crisp.
Sure.
Then you've got I'm $20 short, so I can't quite even get Crisp.
Work.
So it'd be side bottom or Dacos, Josh Dacos. Actually, Josh Dacos, to be fair, could be.
I don't actually mind the. Yeah, Josh Dacos could be okay. Side bottom, I feel, is going to push a bit further forward today. Whereas
Yep.
Dacos is going to stay pretty high, pretty much on the wing, and there'll be a lot of transition ball today. I'm not sure I rate the Dacos pick. I still think he looks a bit slow. He isn't having as high game time as he did at the start of the season, and I think that there's the potential that he gets some attention through the day.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I sort of feel that. Do you reckon that they'll limit his game time today in such a big game, or do you reckon that they'll let him loose and just sort of play what he normally does?
They'll probably rotate his game time a bit early in the game and then let him loose towards the back half of the game. I really like the Mitchell pick because Adams is out and he's providing that contested ball against the Lions. Like they need someone who's going to be in and under a lot of the time, which is why I think that he's a good pick.
I'm just having a look. So could I do this? If I went that, okay. Let's say go this. It's a bit interesting. Actually, there's too many Collingwood players for my liking. Actually, I don't want that. Actually, if I go, damn it, it's just short. It's bloody tough with these contests. I was trying to maybe go McInerney down to Cox and use that cash, but it doesn't quite really work. It's tough. I'm probably not going to win anyway because there's that many people that play it. There's people that enter like 10 lineups with little different combinations, and they'll end up getting a decent return. So I do like the Mitchell pick. I want to try and fit him in, but sort of don't exactly know how I'm going to fit him in because I had a quick look at the past games that Brisbane and Collingwood play together, but I then remembered I'm like, nothing matters on grand final day. It's a completely different game. It's like two teams that haven't played each other in a way because it's completely different.
If you're looking for good value in the midfield, I think Mitchell is great value, and then the other one would be Hugh McCluggage.
You like Hugh McCluggage?
He should be great, but if it's those 2 or 3 in midfield, I reckon you're in good shape.
Actually, could I do this? Could I go there and no? I was going to say, could I get Mitchell and McCluggage for Dacos and Berry, but I'm $150 short. Or hang on, if I did this, could I then go there? No, $600 short. If I go that, can I then go there? Well, I could do that. I just had to play around with that. I could actually go McCreary to Zach Bailey. I could go Dacos down to McCluggage. Huh?
I don't mind that.
Yeah, Berry up to Mitchell, and then McInerney down to Mason Cox.
That'd do the job.
So it's even. You got 4 Brisbane. You got 5 Collingwood. I just wonder if it's just the Dacos one. That's the only thing. But then again, it's like, are Brisbane really going to let Dacos run free? That's probably what the one thing they're like, well, we've got to shut Dacos down.
And that's the biggest thing. I just don't think he is going to be able to run free.
Would you rather Mycheck or McCreary?
Mycheck.
Yeah. I might go this. It's actually a bit more even. McCluggage and Mitchell are a bit more unique. People are going to go Dunkley, Dacos, Neal as the three. So what do you reckon? Lock this in?
I reckon that's pretty good.
I'll trust you because you're the more fantasy knowledge than what I do with the track record, mate. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm not convinced I'm going to win anything, but you never know. But yeah, we're about to get underway. I was actually a bit worried last night when I thought, oh, do a Watchalong for the game, and I remembered last year it was only on Channel 7. It wasn't on 7 Plus. It wasn't on like anything else. But luckily, that's on 7 Plus this year, so I can actually link it up to my TV in my room. Otherwise, yeah, because I was worried. Because last year when I was in America, I tried using VPN to watch on 7 Plus, and it kept coming up saying it wasn't on. So I was like, well, that isn't working. So yeah, luckily, this year it's doing that. Looking, you're going out for the coin toss.
Yeah, he's captain.
Oh, he's co-captain, of course he is. Yeah, I keep thinking Zorko, but I know he's not captain anymore. It's Andrews and Neil, the co-captains.
Yeah.
Actually, could I just last quick one here? Would you go McCluggage and Connor McKenna, or would you go Berry and? No, it doesn't matter. Can't afford it anyway. I was going to say Kadeen Coleman, but you can't afford it. I'm $100 short. Oh, that's all right. We'll stick with that. I was tempted to put in another lineup, but I don't want to spend that much money. I'm happy to do the one lineup, and we'll see how we go with that. I've only got one return out of the how many finals? Is it 9 finals? Is that how many?
It's been the 9th, yeah. So there's been 8.
So I didn't do 2 of the games. I think it was the 2 games on the Saturday of the first week of the finals, and what's that? Spend 7 games, $15 each. Is that 145?
105.
Huh?
105.
105. My maths is shocking. 105. And then obviously this is $20 a day, so $110, and I've got back 35. So it just shows that it's not really worth it. But I'll just do it as a bit of fun anyway. So we'll see how we go. But about to get underway.
Okay. Bounce down.
Hopefully.
Oh, terrible bounce. Oh my gosh.
So I'm about 10 seconds behind you.
I have to get them count then.
Because it's streaming, it's not on the actual channel. So we could link up in a sec when the clock comes up at about. Or actually, if you want, it's up to you. You can be in front of me if you really want. But if you want to, you can pause at 19:30 on the clock or something, and then I can.
Pause. I'm watching on live TV.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah, you can't. So, I don't think I can fast forward it either, unfortunately. So that's all right. We'll be watching about 20 seconds or so.
Slightly on.
There you go, McCluggage with the first clearance, mate. So good start there. Oh, Corey says, hey, Bales. How you doing, Corey, mate? Thanks for tuning in, as always. If people are tuning in, as always, make sure you do leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying. Subscribe to the channel and do all that good stuff. And, as I said, make sure you guys sign up to GameDay Squad at gamedaysquad.com.au. They're part in the stream today, so legends there. Of course, the other bloody stream's going a bit blurry. This would have been something I would have asked you if we were on a little bit earlier, but who do you reckon for each team, the top 3 players that can win the game for each side? Who do you reckon are the 3 most important players for each side today?
Go Pies first. You got Moore, Dacos, Degoe.
Yep. I'd agree with those. I'd agree with those three.
Neil, Cameron,
Andrews,
yeah.
Yep.
One in each kind of line.
Yeah. I'd probably agree with actually all those six as Degoe.
Very contested game early.
I said it to you like last dot off camera. I find that it's funny how it works. I know it's start of spring, which is it obviously brings the sunshine, but it's funny how every grand final is always perfect sunshine. It's always a perfect day in grand final. The only one I can remember in recent memory that wasn't was 2009, the Geelong St Kilda one, where it started like raining a bit more heavily in the second half. Every other grand final seems to be sunny. Have you noticed that as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's sort of the perks of playing it right at the end of September.
Yeah,
you get those sunny conditions.
Yeah, it's it is always good. So, like, do you actually? Well, that's another one. Do you prefer the day grand final at that 2:30 Eastern Star, or are you fan of twilight night grand final?
Definitely 2:30. Definitely 2:30.
Yeah. I'd agree. As a kid, I was always like, I wonder what it'd be like being at night, like just because of Super Bowl being at night in America or whatever. But it's like, it's just, we don't have to copy America everything, but it's like the day grand final, it just works. Like, it's just, there's something special about the day grand final. I don't know what it is, but Frampton there. Thought might got done for dangerous tackle, but no.
It didn't look that dangerous.
Oh yeah, no. I was saying it like the way that I saw the action, and then I saw him drop him a bit easier. So I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this grand final.
Hey. Oh.
Well, it's going to be funny because you're going to react about 10 seconds, about 15, 20 seconds before me.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't know if that's high.
No.
He was already falling, and he got tackled. Like, he did, I don't know. He did get him high, but whether or not as a free kick. So bloody hell, if anyone had Dacos first goal kicker of the grand final, he'd be laughing.
That's a wild one.
And yep, it's kicked it. There it is. First goal to Collingwood, and it's Nick Dacos. Are we shocked? Are we shocked that he kicked the first goal?
No.
Oh, bloody hell, the adverts. I forgot about having, being on free to air, you get adverts. I'm so used to KO and Fox Footy, just the game going through. I think that if you stream it off of, like, there's some website and stuff you can stream it on that have got no adverts, and I'm pretty sure that Channel 7 on Foxtel doesn't have adverts. I think they're the only two ways you can get no adverts, but besides that, it's all adverts. So there you go, Dacos, 10 points already. See how we're starting. Who's got points? Cox, McKenna, McCluggage, Degoe, and Maishi got points already. Wow, there's over 11,500 teams entered the Draft Stars contest.
Wow.
So if you win first, 20,000.
It's a decent chunk of money.
God, that'd be a good story. Me being on here doing a watch along for the grand final and end up winning it. That'd be awesome. And Bobby Hill's marked. Lined up for their second. Could be a good start for Collingwood here. That was good play by Elliot. Good tap on to McCreary there. I'm assuming he kicked it. It just completely fast forwarded to an advert. So I didn't even see the goal kicked. But there you go. Collingwood have got the first couple. Bobby Hill started well. Didn't Bobby Hill kick hit a couple of goals early last week as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he got 2 in the first sort of 10 minutes, I reckon. So he started well again. But yeah, if you guys are tuning in, put in live chat. Again, probably should ask this before the game. Put in who you reckon to win by margin and who you reckon win the Norm Smith. And now my stream is pausing. I have to go out of the stream and back in again. Perks of having to use 7+ instead of live TV, which is annoying. Oh, there we go. Good. We're back. So I'm probably still 15, 20 seconds behind you, I'd imagine.
15:43.
Yes, and mine, like, it hasn't bounced yet. It's bouncing now. So it's like, yeah, so I'm about 30 seconds behind. Don't know why the stream can't just be like exactly the same, but Corey said he reckons Lions by 21, and he's got Dunkley for Norm Smith. He's hoping. So, yeah, who would you go for Norm Smith? That was the other one I didn't ask you about before.
Charlie Cameron.
Charlie Cameron, I like that. I like that shout. Yeah, if Brisbane win, I reckon he gets it. I think my pick, I was going to go Dacos, and that was if because I thought Collingwood would win. So I think that Dacos would get it. But also, I wouldn't be shocked if DeGoey got it. I think DeGoey would win one of the favourites. Just if Collingwood win, he's probably going to be the one that gets it. Oh, Danaher. No, he's overcooked it to Hipwood. That's high. Oh, was that high?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Darcy Moore. Yep. No, Darcy Moore goes back.
I'm a bit too far ahead of you here.
I don't think I've actually got Channel 7 as a live channel on here because I don't think that this TV, for some reason, allows me to get live channels. Actually, if I go TV, yeah, same bloody check aerial cable, but I don't have an aerial cable. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to just stick with the streaming, I reckon, unfortunately, but oh well. Oh, and you completely missed it anyway, so it's out in the full, and it's been kicked back in by Darcy Moore. Cox is good mark. Good mark by Mason Cox there. Oh, there's Tom Mitchell. I'll tell you what, mate. If I did win the 20,000, I've got to slide you over like $500 or something at least for helping me fix the lineup. We'll see. All day costs spinning away from like 5 lines. Yeah, he's one that I would have liked to have fit in my lineup. Is Kaneen Coleman, unfortunately not being able to.
It's a big watch next year.
Hey, oh yes, 100%. He's because we were talking off air last night about just fantasy with next year, but I'll be able to see that.
You'll see it in a sec. Oh, that's great.
It's actually quite funny that you'll see it and then you'll react, and then it'll be like 30 seconds later. We were talking, and then like about a few things about fantasy next year, and I was saying about, and I forgot to say about Coleman. I haven't seen anything yet. 13:20.
Yeah, it's coming.
Whoo! That's a great goal. Bloody hell. Brisbane, what a goal. Zach Bailey. That hit out was awesome.
Yeah, it was really clever.
Oh, I've got Zach Bailey in the side, so that's good.
Lions needed that big time.
I'm still at 6,061 overall. See, this is the other thing the reason I don't like draft stars. So currently at the moment in the top 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the top 20 are one person.
Jeez.
So this one guy at the moment, if the game was winning 20,000, 10,000, 3,750, 1,900, and then 1,000 for 5 other teams. So again, that's a bit wide. It's a bit not rigged, but it's like it's sort of the fun's not there. It's not like one per person, and it's like whoever picks the best team wins. It's like you can pick multiple lineups, and then whoever gets lucky enough. And that's why I don't even know how I won that. I remember it was Collingwood Giants semi-final, not the prelim, the semi-final that I think it was the 29. No, because GM made the grand final. It was one where Giants made the semi. I think it was 2018. Yeah. No, because Collingwood made the grand final. 2017. That's right, because Richmond beat Collingwood. Yeah, 2017. I think Collingwood played Giants in the semi-final, and I think I ended up coming fourth in the contest for that. That's why Whitfield and Canito got a special place for me for helping me get there, because they were unique in that matchup. But we'll see how we go with today. A few players started well, though. Bobby Hill, Hipwood, Lester, Tom Mitchell, Dacos, Crisp. A few good scorers so far. Big O.
That's a really big name. Mitchell's doing well.
Yep. Thanks, mate. Wasn't able to get him in my GameDay Squad, which was annoying, but having him in this is still good, though. I feel like, this is like, it's almost like this game is the reason why they got Tom Mitchell, to get to the grand final and then to do his thing in the grand final. He could be another shout for Norm Smith. If he was to do his thing and get his 30-odd touches, if he can do that, which he hasn't been able to do too much this year with Collingwood's system, being able to rack up those big numbers he was at Hawthorn and Sydney. But so what's happening here? Oh, it's going back to Zorko. To be fair, it was
a late push.
Yeah.
It was definitely a free.
Yeah. It's a free. It was on that fringe, though. It's like one of those ones that you can't even be a millisecond late, otherwise it's going to be a free kick. Oh, Dunkley, good mark. Coleman again. Coleman's going to be the reason I don't win, I reckon. Good kick. Crew had Elliott for ages there. Should have probably kicked to him. You don't kick to Bobby Hill v Andrews. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work.
Oh. I'm quite far ahead of you here.
I like that. K's on Twitter said, "Day fireworks are incredibly stupid." On a hot day, they're probably not the best thing. I've been to. I don't know if you've been to many of the Big Bash games. Obviously, being in Canberra, but being at Adelaide Oval when they've got the fireworks even at night, I could be sitting a fed distance away, and you can still feel it.
Oh yeah.
McCreary, no. Oh no, he's up, and he's missed it. Oh, probably should have kicked that one there. Oh, actually, that's what I was going to say, because I didn't actually see it. Who won the grand final sprint?
Holmes did.
Oh, Holmes, yeah, no surprise there. Where did I don't know if you remember the positions. I just want to know, where did Mitch Hinge come?
Oh, I think he was in the top 4.
Okay, that's all right.
He made the final. I remember that much.
Perfect. Elliot Mark's hip coming off, a bit sore. Oh, halfway through the quarter. I don't know if we would have picked this. Who do you reckon the top 2 scorers are on 20 points each?
I mean, I can see it on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure because I saw you looking forward, so I wasn't sure if you were looking at the screen, but no, you probably saw it. But Bobby Hill and Markov. I don't think many people would have predicted those two to be the top scoring, but that's grand final does throw up some interesting scores, and that is a fall behind. I remember reading about just tips and stuff for the DFS today, and saying you go McKenna because he's cheap and he takes the kick-ins, and I reckon the kick-ins that they've had, I think Coleman's taken buys, which is interesting. Well, Jeremy Howe, no, didn't pay that. As he said, it's very, very contested. Oh, here it is. Let's talk motorsport. Well, it's that legendary Bales. Hey, Daniel, mate. How you going? Got old cousin there tuning in, mate. Are you watching the grand final? I know you don't watch much footy, but are you watching the grand final, mate? Oh, and that's deliberate. Oh, I was. Did you watch much of the grand final marathon at all last night?
No, didn't watch any of it.
No. So I was watching TV. Mum, about to go to bed, and I just thought, they got the grand final marathon. I just want to see what game they've got, and they had the 98 grand final. So ended up. This is about 3 a.m. when we're going to go to bed, and we end up staying up to about 4:30. Watched the rest of the 98. I think we watched halfway through second quarter, and it's funny that how different the game was back, even then, compared to now. There was so many free kicks that weren't paid. There were so many times when player would handball deliberately out of bounds and it'd be called play on. It was actually quite funny how different it was. That's almost what. Nah, but I'm keeping an eye out, checking your stream to suss it out. Thanks, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Janice Blyton, go Collingwood. Janice, how much do you reckon? I'm assuming you're Collingwood supporter. Do you reckon you're confident you guys win? And and put a margin. How much do you reckon you guys win by? Be interested to know. I know that talking to other Collingwood supporters, they're a bit nervous about the game, obviously being a grand final and then being against Brisbane, who are another good side.
It's a bit tricky with you being a bit behind because I just too far ahead of you.
I know it's annoying because I wish that I just had Channel 7 on here. I don't know if there's a way for me to set it up, but because otherwise I have to go into the main room, which I think Mum's already using anyway, so I can't actually go into the main room and actually be up level, I reckon. And McCarthy, it's a good kick, very good kick, good goal. So another goal, 2 goals apiece.
It snuck in late.
Yeah, I could see that. I was looking, I was going to miss, and then it sort of came back. That's almost what got my money. If I had any on Collingwood this weekend, don't at me if they lose. Hey, Daniel, mate, it's all good. It's the grand final's always close. Doesn't matter.
Is it? Is it always close?
Well, so it means it can go either way. But yeah, as you said, sometimes it's not close, especially like last year. I remember, because I was being in America last year, having to watch the grand final at what time would that have been? 12:30, I reckon it started over there. And yeah, safe to say it wasn't the greatest grand final I've ever watched. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, it's missing the whole way, and then it's snuck and it's gone left really late.
Oh, shit. This is potential big. Dacos is a bit sore.
Oh, okay.
Should specify which Dacos I am talking about when I say that, though.
Good tackle there, Buddy Goey. Goey's been a little bit quiet to start the game. Haven't noticed him too much. I think tackle when he got the +6 beforehand, but besides that...
Yeah, he's been getting a bit of attention from Dunkley by the looks of it. You should have gone Kitty Coleman.
Oh, yeah, the Dunkley one in on Dacos there, that would have hurt. He's probably going for the smother, so he couldn't pay a free kick there. But it's funny that free kick, the contact blow Chinese sort of has gone out the window.
So I was actually saying the other day, that has the ump stuffed up, was saying that if it's a genuine smother, you can't actually get done for contact below the knees.
Yes, because Dunkley being smothering there, never would have got paid. Of course, I've got DeGoey gets tackled on the ball, and it's Coleman.
That's a thumping kick. Yeah, Charlie's going to have a rough day.
Oh, Bobby Hill, what? Oh, missing bloody DeGoey then. I was that bad, he's got the mark anyway. Yeah, bloody Coleman, 33 already. He's top scoring player for the game. And McKenna's nowhere to be found, who I went instead. What is McKenna on? McKenna's on 9. Bloody hell. And I picked Jasper Fletcher, who's on 0. That's great. And that'll be out of bounds for a throw in there. Yeah, Charlie Cameron, as you said, is going to have a rough day, but if he can get free, I think he can still do damage, as we know that he can. What do we got? 6.5 to go. We'll see. Funny enough, this time last year, Geelong were already out to like 5-goal lead essentially. Like it was already like
that much that early. I thought they really stormed away in the second quarter. I thought it was decently close in the first.
I think they kicked. I think it was close for the first 15 minutes, but later in the quarter, I think they kicked a few goals later. Actually, let me have a quick look at what it was at quarter time the grand final last year. It's a good kick to Ginnivan.
No, you're right. It was 41-6 at quarter time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, bloody hell. Well, because if you look at all the recent oh my God, Coleman again. Oh my days. Why didn't I just put him in? Why? So that's probably where the play was. I probably could have gone McInerney down to Mason Cox and go Kitty Coleman McKenna up to Coleman. Because Mason Cox on 15, McInerney 14. Oh, no, I do have Mason Cox.
Holy shit, he's winning the Norm Smith.
Coleman?
Not Coleman.
Oh, I'm sure I'll see it in a sec. Yeah, well, is that a high free kick against Mason Cox? No, because Dan Hurd ducked. Oh, it's on the ball. There you go. Well, I actually, and funny enough, I was saying about that I actually did pick Mason Cox. Oh, and Mini Monk has left us at the moment.
Just had to top up. You'll see it.
What a goal, Zach Bailey!
Holy shit!
2 great goals in the first quarter. Wow. Getting into the Collingwood players as well, and I actually did look. I actually had Mason Cox, so I wouldn't have actually been able to get Keneen Coleman unless I went I'm up to 5,000 now. Good with the of the top 10 teams in draft size, 8 of the top 10 are for one guy, and the other 2 are one other guy. So, actually, what would have been the way that I would have been able to get Keneen Coleman in? It would have probably been something like going to Goey down to like a Wilmot or something, and then going McKenna or Darcy Moore up to Keneen Coleman. Yeah. That's a great goal. And Charlie Cameron's jumper's completely shredded. Surprised everyone.
We got a bigger story coming up right here in a sec. That's a concussion test. Yep.
I don't even know who it's for yet. Murphy.
Yep.
He's had a few troubles with head knocks as well.
Yeah, that looked really bad. Like you can see the direct elbow and chin contact and the head movement. That's
So it's McCarthy, yeah.
you can't pay that. Wow.
I don't know if it's a freak. They're both going for the ball, and McCarthy's turned a bump to get the ball, and he's accidentally collected Murphy. But yeah, that's like point of the shoulder, right on the temple of Nathan Murphy. So yeah, there's no doubt he'll be getting a concussion test. Corey Blackledge, Murphy might be out here. Lipinski might be in. Yeah, I'd probably put money on that at the moment.
Frampton will have to go down back if that happens.
Yeah, that's probably the good thing about Collingwood putting Frampton in is that they've got that guy that can go back in defence in the 50. Mason, he dropped. No, is that
he got paid?
Have they paid that?
Yeah, they paid that. I don't know how they paid that though.
Oh, big Mason Cox has started pretty well here.
Yeah, he's done all right.
Oh, that's right on the limit of like what I would pay and what I wouldn't. I probably would almost lean to paying, but tough. So big Meso. Can he kick it? 7-11 from set shots.
Jesus. Holy crap, Kadeen Coleman.
And that's a poor kick. I knew as soon as you said Kadeen Coleman, I'm like, Mason Cox missed it. Bloody Coleman. I'm not liking the fact he's got so well. And of course he's free in the pocket and he can see where they. Oh no, okay, fair enough. At least McKenna actually took the kick in. That was nice. I'll tell you what, I think.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Dunkley saw now as well.
If you saw bodies, bloody! How did Coleman get there? Like Coleman was on the other side, and he just pops up on the complete opposite side to what he was for a little short +6.
Yeah, Dunks had it looked like a dislocated thumb for Dunks.
Yeah, he tried tackling Ginnivan there. Coleman got it again.
Twice.
He's on 45, 57. Oh my God, jeez. 57. Still 3 minutes to, like 2.5 minutes to go.
And again. 63 now.
It's ridiculous. Oh, why? Why did I put him in? I had him in there. I liked him. He was in my original lineup. Far out. And this is why I don't like DFS. This is why I don't like it, because you want to put him in and you can't, and then you make decisions and then they look at this. This is bloody ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I think I was going to say before Coleman decided to get bloody 50 points in the last 5 minutes was that I think the two players that have locked them. I forgot. And yeah, how does Hoskin Elliott run forward and kick a crap kick and it goes straight to Coleman?
Wow, that's a good snap.
But no, yeah, I think the two players that have probably locked themselves into our AFL fantasy sides next year over the course of the finals, Sam Walsh and I think Kadeen Coleman. I reckon they're the two that have pretty much said that they're going to be good picks next year.
3 of the players that I recommended to you: Tom Mitchell, Zach Bailey, and Kadeen Coleman.
Yeah. Wait, who? Tom Mitchell and Zach Bailey going well. Just should have bloody put Coleman in. If I put Coleman in, I'd be laughing. Actually, how many people is he selected by? That would be a good thing to look at. 24%. So not a great deal. It's a good snap by my check there. Another one of the players I've got. So yeah, looking at it here, both DeGoey and McCluggage are sub 10 points. You go one of them down to, even if it's like a Wilmot, who you can pick in the mid throughs a bit cheaper. I don't know if I could have got Berry. I think I was just short of getting Berry. And then go McKenna up to Kadeen Coleman. All of a sudden, you're looking pretty good. But yeah. Oh, well. as long as I can get, actually, what position you got to get the double money? Because that's the, so you got to come inside the top, essentially 3,000 to get back $40. So as long as I come inside the top 2,000, I'm happy. So just need Coleman to relax a little bit here and not continue to go absolutely ape. Explicit word. So good thing is we've got a good grand final, which is good. So pretty close. What? Hey?
So far, at least, hey?
So where is your timer at the moment?
102.
Yes, you're 20 seconds ahead of me. Because I'm at 122 and it's just stopped for another ball up. Crisp, Dacos. Yeah, Dacos hasn't been huge. Like, he's been good, but hasn't been the, I guess, dominant one. And you did call that pre-game, actually. You said that. You said that I don't know if he's going to go absolutely nuts. And Wilmot's on 21, who would have been probably who I picked if I went. But then, to be fair, pre-game, if you're going, who would you rather, Connor McKenna and Jordan De Goey, or Darcy Wilmot and Keneen Coleman? I think De Goey and McKenna's what people would have gone.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I would have gone that anyway. So I can't I wouldn't have been able to probably fit in Keneen Coleman really anyway. I thought that was Coleman again there, but it wasn't. It was
Serena.
Yeah. Dacos. So Rayner's gone back in defence. The good thing is I've got Keneen Coleman in my GameDay squad, so that's something. Ooh, De Goey lining up for goal. Well, at least I think. Did I put Keneen Coleman in? Oh, no, I didn't. Damn it, I didn't get Coleman. I don't even have Coleman in my GameDay squad. That's showing how bad we're going. Did anyone actually send me an offer for him? Yeah, that's a great goal. Bloody hell, great goal by De Goey. I knew as soon as your reaction, I reckon he's kick. I reckon the guy's going to kick this here. Oh, kicks the goal and Collingwood up by 10 points at half time, then quarter time. So yeah, I unfortunately didn't get no one even sent me a Coleman on the trade transfer market. That's annoying. But where's De Goey now? De Goey on 19. That's okay. So yeah, what do we got? Coleman. It's funny that there are not many players over 30, and then Coleman's on 63. So yeah, he's going big. Coleman 63, Bobby Hill 30, Sidebottom 29, Markov and Bailey 28, Dacos McInerney 27, Cox, Mitchell, Dunkley 26, and Leicester 25. How's my lineup going? So we've got McKenna and Moore on 15 each. Then midfield, Mitchell 26, De Goey 19, McCluggage 6, Jasper Fletcher. Do you want to take a guess what he's on?
0?
Yeah. 0 points for Jasper Fletcher in the first quarter. Zach Bailey and Myercheck 28 and 21. So the forward line's fine. And then Mason Cox 26. So the forward and ruck are fine. Mitchell's good. De Goey's okay. Defence is average, more because I don't have Coleman. Then, yeah, McCluggage and Fletcher are the two that are costing me at the moment. Corey, what was you going to say?
Only 2 players haven't touched the ball. Jasper Fletcher and Charlie Cameron.
Yep. Obviously, Cameron being the more interesting one, not having touched it yet.
Ooh, yeah.
Corey Butledge, how's your AFLW fantasy going, Bales? How are we going? I didn't actually watch the game before. I was still in bed after watching the Crows grand 98 thing on 98 grand final on the marathon late. I think I'd Bree Davey, who got, what did she end up getting? 69, which is not great. But then Benici only got 69, so it's not a massive deal. What was game time like for both? Davies 78%, Benici 76% again. So again, managing the two of them through the thing. Well, Matty Prespara's got 119. Bonnie Toogood 105 again. Bloody hell, just continues to dominate. Low scoring fantasy game, actually looking at this. Mia Bush 46. Well, at least I get a 40 odd in Mirror's Magic. Not too bad. Well, Geordie Allen 26. I looked at bloody bringing her in this week. Thankfully, I didn't. Yeah, so what score am I on? So, Corey, I'm on. So it says 868, but that hasn't added Schultz to 65. So what's that? I'm on 933. And I've got Evans, Garner, Marinoff, row bottom to come. And obviously Garner, VC, Marinoff, captain. So going all right. Hannah Priest obviously helping a lot with the 120. So I think I'm going okay, Corey. I'd probably be top 200 when they add the Schultz scores. Hopefully we continue that. I'm 955 with 5 to go. I went Davey to Dowrick, Bowers to row bottom, and Corner to Priest. Where that, great trading there. Obviously get the 120 from Priest. Dowrick got the ton for you. And obviously Bree Davey only got 69, then Bowers to row bottom. I think row bottom will go pretty well, and you're getting rid of a player that's not playing. So what's that? You're 955, and you've got 5 to go. I've got 1, 2, I got 4. I only got 4 left. So yeah, mate, you got me covered. Unless you've already had your captain play, but you seem like you've got me covered. See, meanwhile, I don't know about you, but that's the one thing that I love making content, doing the podcast with Tim and stuff throughout the year, and doing my own stuff on the side. But I'll tell you what, when I'm doing podcasts, then people come in and I know Fat Corey tunes in, and then he's saying like how he's going and what he's doing. I do get that jealous part in me. I'm just like, why can't I be there? Like, I know partly you with fantasy last few years, you've actually been up there, so you've sort of been in that position anyway. But it's been tough when I'm doing stuff and then people would rank in front of me and I'm doing crap.
It's tricky, but the way I think about it is that the people are only going to talk about their scores when they're doing well. People don't want to talk about their scores when they're not doing well. So you're only getting a subsample of the population in terms of how well people are actually going.
Yeah. To be fair, Corey does let me know when he tunes in how he's going, no matter if he's going well or not. So, but no, Corey, mate, good stuff. You're going pretty well there. I'm assuming you didn't have Erin Phillips. She's the one that's really cost me. So no captain, VC, Garner into Marinos, the same as me. Got Evans, Daisy, Darcy, and row bottom. I'm 7th overall with Schultz added. 7th, bloody hell. Wait, so you've got 1, 2. So you got 5 left, and you're 7 overall, and you've got, bloody hell. I've got no chance of bloody winning. Well, yeah. So technically, I'm 80 points behind, I reckon. So you're looking at that. So yeah, Evans, Garner, Marinoff, row bottom.
Sheesh. Yeah. 7th overall.
And we've got all the same players. You just got Darcy, and I don't have anyone. So you're going to be 90 in front. You're going to finish in excess of 100 points ahead of me. I did have Phillips. Well, who am I missing then? I'm missing someone that you've got that went huge, because I'm looking at my team here, Corey, and I don't know who I've missed. I've had Priest 120, Sheeran 76, Thomas 83, Kennedy from Sydney 71. I'm happy with all 4 of those. Bree Davies 69 and Ty Smith 64. They're the 2 that I've got. Maybe you've got someone that went 100 and something. Then Gardner 132, Morrison 101, Malloy 51, Roberts 63, and Phillips 38. So who's that Corey that
didn't touch it in the first and doesn't take long to get one in the second?
What, Cameron?
Attaboy, Cameron.
Corey, I did have Phillips. I had Kate Hoare over you. Okay, so you probably had Kate Hoare instead of Malloy, then I'd imagine, Corey. Rosemary Nicholas, hi. How you doing, Rosemary? Thanks for tuning in.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, so... Oh, geez, that's a tough free kick against the goal. I don't know if that's holding.
Yeah, it's very borderline on that one, but I think it's there.
Because Dunkley had it, fumbled it a little bit, and then to go tackled him, then he dropped it. So...
Yeah, he didn't really have it, though. You've got to have control over the ball.
Yeah.
And he never really had that.
Yeah, it's a good goal. You can't give Charlie Cameron any space at all. Yeah, so Corey, just going back to that as well. So you've probably got Kate Hoare over a Malloy, and then we don't have Davey, and instead of having Ty Smith on foot, you probably had someone that went pretty well. So that's probably where. Corey just said there Murphy's been ruled out for the game. Concussion. That's a big loss. Could be interesting. Could play a factor for the rest of the game, especially in the second half. So I'd imagine that means Frampton will go back, as you said before, Mini Monk. I reckon that'll be what happens.
Lipinski just goes forward.
Yeah.
Holy sh! That's the spot. Come on!
Is that Murphy's second or third concussion this year? Because I know he's had another one. I know that says his second.
I think it's third.
So I know he had one against Brisbane. Sorry, not Brisbane. St Kilda in Gather Round.
He had one against Brisbane as well, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, at round 23.
Yeah, he might have actually, yeah. But then he also took a big hit against the Crows as well when Fogarty, the one that everyone was saying should have been a free kick, but it wasn't. Fogarty completely punched the ball and Murphy's head. So that's probably, 3 concussions and 4 head knocks this year. Yeah, here we go. Charlie Cameron. That is an amazing kick to Archie, even though it didn't get to him. McCluggage. There you go. McCluggage. Brisbane in front. Wow, 5 straight. There you go. So McCluggage has shown up in this quarter, which is good.
It's going to have shown up in this quarter.
Corey, I had Benici M4 and Dowrick M5, where Benici was 50 at halftime. Bloody hell, 50 at halftime. Only get to a 69. That's poor. But yeah, having Dowrick over, that's where the difference is. I had Ty Smith, you had Dowrick because you're able to do that switch, whereas I wasn't. And then you've got Core over Malloy, which, gains you that, obviously, near that 100-point buffer. So, if you'd missed a couple of those lower scores this week, you're in a pretty good week. Corey, mate, you're right in that. Mate, Corolla time.
Here he is.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the prize of Mini Monk for AFLW fan. Do you see the prizes?
Yeah. I just didn't have the time to play it. To be honest, I had burnout from fantasy. I just needed a break.
Yeah, Tim had that as well. Tim was going to, and then I said mid-year you can do AFLW fantasy. She said, yeah, probably. And then got to the end of the year, he's like, nah, mate, I need to take. Oh, is that McCluggage again? Bloody hell, I might have paid that high to McCluggage. Then I think Sidebottom did get him high.
Yeah, it was close. Umpire was blindsided, so it was really hard for him to call it.
Yeah. There's a dual Brownlow medalist, Lockie Neal.
First blemish.
Just missed that one there for Lockie Neal. Yeah, Corey, mate, good stuff. Going very, very well. I wish I was going as well. Well, I started well. I did what Liam did even last year, and what he did this. Me and Liam have actually had pretty similar years. We had week 1, we were top 250, and then slowly we've just dropped down rank over. For me, as I said, Corey, on earlier, the thing that cost me was trading Kate Hoare out in round 2 to bring in Roberts and Davey, where I traded Kate Hoare, who's the top 3 forward, and she drops 84 in the first quarter and a 140. And I bring in Davey, who I'm going to trade anyway, and Roberts, who has been okay without being amazing. Good kick by Dacos to Goey. Mitchell, good. Coleman lost Hill there. So is grand final so far turned out to what you thought, or have been a little bit different in a couple of areas that maybe you thought would be a bit different?
I think it started to be a bit more what I expected this quarter. Brisbane winning out of the centre and the Pies trying to counter and rebound.
Yeah, that transition game as you're talking about.
Which is why it's such an evenly matched game, because
if Brisbane Bobby Hill's kicked it.
Yeah, he has.
Goal for goal at the moment.
Very close game.
Well, it's funny because a lot of these like grand finals, funny enough, the grand finals lately have gone one or two ways. It's been either really close but lower scoring, or it's been a blowout for another team. Whereas both teams already have kicked 5 goals each, which
This
is
has been a pretty high scoring game.
Yeah, which normally these two defences are two of the top defences in the AFL, but yet they've given up 5 goals each already. So it may slow down as the game goes on, as a few maybe players get a bit more tired and whatever. But then again, maybe that goes the other way. Maybe there's more scoring when the players are a bit more tired.
Far out.
Wasn't Coleman touching it, was it?
No.
Good. I was going to say Coleman hasn't actually touched the ball yet in this quarter, but it's only been about 4 minutes. But if he can not touch it as much, that would be a little bit handy, because if he goes 130 or something today, then he's probably going to be picked by that many people in fantasy next year.
Yeah. I mean, he was firmly in my starting squad calculations based on what I've looked at already.
Yeah. So, he was for me as well. As soon as I saw what Rich was retiring, I thought that's that door open.
Yeah, it just needs the opportunity. And if he stays fit as well.
Oh, here we go. Nick Dacos. He's got a plastic bag. See what? Markov's been impressive for Collingwood.
He's been a really good pickup for them.
He's suited their game style, like just that sort of that high transition game. That something happens here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that bloody paper bag stuck on bloody Dacos' hand for ages. Bloody Coleman touching it. There you go. Shouldn't have said anything. Markov. Oh, that's bad turn. I think got smothered a little bit. McCarthy. Oh, here we go. Cameron off the races. You're not getting him. No chance. That's another goal. Whereas that 2 goals for Cameron already?
After 4.5 minutes and a lot of impact on the game.
Yeah, completely changed the game in this second quarter. He's been able to get loose. That first quarter, he was completely shut. But who was playing on him? Was it Maynard playing on Cameron?
I think it's Maynard playing on him, because there was a lot of talk about who would go to him, whether it would be Maynard. Yeah, there's Lipinski on the ground now as well.
Yeah, because I saw Murphy on Cameron a couple of times in tackling him and being near him, but I don't know if Murphy was actually playing on him. I think it was more Maynard. But
I think that was when they were double teaming him.
Yeah. Whereas now with Murphy being out, yeah, there you go. So it was Rayner with the smother, which led to Brisbane's 4A forward. So 7 shots to 9, but Brisbane being the more accurate to start. 6 goals, 1. I still wish he was at the Crows. I'm still salty that he left the Crows. Could you imagine a forward line Crows already got a pretty dangerous forward line anyway. I'm not saying that they've got the best forward line, but if we're looking at stats, they scored the most points this year, which is the defence. But imagine having a forward line of Rochelle, Rankin, and Charlie Cameron, and then having Tex, Tilthorpe, and Fogarty. For me, that would be amazing. But
you would have had one too many cooks.
You reckon?
Yeah, I don't think you would have gone after Rankin if you still had Cameron.
But maybe they put Rochelle more as a midfielder then. Maybe if we theoretically did have Charlie Cameron. That's right. It doesn't matter anyway because we're not getting him.
Lions have lifted this quarter. They look much better.
McInerney started to take over the ruck a bit. Noticed him a lot more in this quarter. McCreary. No, hooked it too far.
That's...
Oh, for God's sake. Seriously? I remember reading in the thing about, Connor McKenna's got a monopoly on the kick-ins. He takes all the kick-ins. Every kick-in so far today has been Buddy Coleman.
I mean, you can look at the stats yourself. She's got a TFS and you'll find them.
Well, is McKenna, is it closer than that?
It's basically 50-50.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I say anything about Coleman? In the last minute, he's had 4 touches. and the thing is as well about Coleman, he's just such a good player overall. Like he's not just this guy that's uncontested. Like he can tackle, he can essentially do everything.
Yeah, he's doing a lot.
The only thing that he's got to do that has been his sort of Achilles heel the last year and a half has just been to these little soft tissue things. He'll just get a little hamstring thing every now and again. Probably just if you can get rid of that. Oh, Coleman again. Handball. For God's sake.
McKenna does take the majority, but over the last 4 weeks, McKenna 5, 5, 5, 5, Coleman 1, 3, 1, 2. So maybe that's why they got that stat like that. But earlier on in the season, it was a lot more even between them.
Yeah, but yeah. So lately it was McKenna had a lot more, but today it's been. I think McKenna's only taken 1 or 2, and Coleman's done the others. Good tackle there from Gardner. What did you make of them leaving Gardner in over Jack Payne?
Payne's not 100%, and Gardner's a perfect replacement. I think it was the right call.
Yeah, I think I agree. Unlucky for Payne though, who had played really well all year and kept Gardner out for most of the year as well. But then, unfortunately, it's funny. Every year, it always happens. There's always 1 or 2 of those stories, and there was Taylor Adams was one, Jack Payne was the other, and probably Daniel Rich was the other one. Just obviously not playing as much this year and played in Brisbane when they were a little bit lower on the ladder, and then unfortunately just not being picked in this. But fair enough, he wasn't in the best 22 back half of the year.
Yeah.
But like last year, what was it? Max Holmes was the one that missed out. Oh, every year's always one. Well, and then again, it's like that's what happens with all the good teams is they got multiple players that can play in the 22, and there's always going to be a couple that miss out. Actually, Damick Stay was the other one as well, actually, because he got injured.
Mm. Good gosh.
Well, there you go. Nick Dacos is the second top scorer, and he's getting it back again. He's going big. Oh, yeah, if you had Dacos and Coleman, you'd be going all right. And fun enough, I had Dacos and Coleman originally. Oh, that's funny. It's good I got Dacos and GameDay Squad, which is good.
Neil's been very quiet.
Yeah, I noticed that. I've hardly noticed Lockie Neal. He's on 25, which sort of shocks me in a way because I haven't noticed him. Here we go. Collingwood behind. Kick out. Coleman. Unbelievable. Jasper Fletcher there, finally getting a touch. Wow, I'm 8,201st out of 11,500. That's fantastic. Actually, to be fair, the lineup I've got now with the changes is probably a lot more even. Just missing out on the day Coleman Dacos scores.
Looking like we're going to get a close one.
Yep, which is good. Oh, here goes Elliott. Creary. It's got no one. Well done by Wilmot. Good pressure by Wilmot there. Oh, bounce wrong side of the post. Good defending there by Wilmot, though.
Oh, they're going to pay him a high... Oh, you're kidding me. Oh. Yep, I agree, Corey. It's it's not looked good for me so far. I don't really think that he's deserved a lot of the frees that he's got.
It'll be coming up for me in a sec. Clearly something with Dacos. That's not a free kick. That's not a free kick. He ducked it. He lowered his body. It's not free.
That's better. Much better.
Oh, Corey, you already know me, mate. I'm not a big fan of umpires in general. But yeah. There's Peter Dacos as well. Oh, well done, Rain. That was well done. Fletcher, good handball. Devrob. Danaher. He's been quiet, but that's right. He gets it. He's got his goal. Actually, he hasn't been quiet. He's on 34. Danaher's actually had a very good year, actually.
Yeah, he has.
Very consistent year. Because that's obviously Brisbane have been wanting him and Hipwood to...
Into the ruck as well now. I know a bit ahead of you, but he's into the ruck.
Yep. Yeah, he's been good as that backup ruck this year. That because obviously last year they were it was always McInerney and Darcy Fort sharing, whereas they've been able to, I guess Dana had a good pre-season, was able to get himself fit, and they said, mate, want you in as the backup ruck to share with McInerney because we don't want to be playing all four of you guys, and it's worked.
That's a ball.
Yeah, I think having Danaher as that backup ruck, having one less tall, but then bringing in Josh Dunkley to help out that midfield's definitely been the reason why they've been able to make it to the grand final, and potentially they've got a 50-50 shot at winning it today, obviously.
It's been such a brutal game so far. It's been played at a really good level. Really good game so far.
And the other...
Wow.
Whoa. Whoa, the tackling as well has been good as well.
This is going to be a big... I think, what's this, 2021? This is a 2021 flashback.
What was 2020? Was that Melbourne Bulldogs?
No, not the grand final. There's a... Zach Bailey's got a free kick.
Yeah, what was it in 2021? When these teams played each other?
No, when Zach Bailey got the goal after the siren.
Oh, yeah, the one at Marvel. Yes, yeah, I remember that one. Yep. Neil, well done, traffic. Come on, McCluggage. McCluggage has not... Oh, he's not taking 27, not too bad. What happened there? Did McCreary tackle Zach Bailey, or...
Bailey tackled McCreary.
Oh, it's just on the ball. Because I just looked at the screen right as he tackled, and I just didn't see it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, holding the ball every day of the week. That if anyone wants a textbook holding the ball free kick, that's textbook. Pins the arms, tackles him, and he flips it out with one arm. Oh, geez, that's not a good kick. He snuck it in from behind, but he's one player that I've always had in the back of my mind. I would love if the Crows would go after him. Like being from SA, but I don't think he's leaving Brisbane. I think he's, from everything that I've seen, he looks very, very happy at Brisbane. Bloody Coleman again. Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. McCarthy. Oh, that is a good goal. They've been so accurate so far, Brisbane. They've missed Lockie Neal and Zach Bailey, those two ones that missed by a long way, but everything else going in. But yeah, mate, Coleman 83. What was he on at quarter time?
Coleman?
Yeah.
61?
Yeah, it's a 22-point quarter. Or 20-point quarter, or something like that.
22.
Yeah, far out. I like McCarthy as a player. Good player to have in the forward line. He's always good for a goal a game, at least, I reckon. No, well done, Mitchell. Good kick. Mitchell's been good today.
He's been good.
So to be fair, I was talking about Dacos. We're talking draft stars related. It was probably better to go Tom Mitchell because Tom Mitchell was cheaper by about 2,000. So if you're tossing up Mitchell and Mitchell and Coleman or Dacos and McKenna, you would have wanted to go Mitchell and Coleman.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Mitchell would do pretty all right. He's just been quiet as well. Like, he hasn't gotten a lot of the ball, but he's just been very, very consistently churning through and scoring points.
Yeah, and good goal by Chris there as well. Very good kick.
Very
good. Like, I know Collingwood are 6-7, but to be fair, a few of the behinds have been rushed. So both teams have been.
It's been a very even game in terms of where the scoring shots and what the expected scores would have been.
Yeah. Just having a look here. Ryan Lester would have also been a decent pick as well. He was about 9. There's his bit cheap. He's on 41 as well.
Yeah, it would have been very tricky to buy him.
Yeah, he went all right last week, but Lester's that guy. He either goes 80, 90 or he goes 30. There's not really much in between. The Zach Bailey pick going well, though, which is good. Just need McCluggage to probably lift a little bit. Same with DeGoey, both on 29. Probably need them to get going a bit.
Another kick in.
Coleman.
Mm-hmm. He's on track for a non-stiff medal.
There's Markov. Probably not the best kick. Probably could have either run a little bit more forward or settle up. Bloody Coleman. This is unbelievable. I would love to know what the highest score recently has been in a grand final in terms of a fantasy player. Don't know how good Mark.
What did Smith get last year? Because he was huge.
Would have been about maybe 120.
No, he was on way more than 120.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
He scored 147.
147? Was he the biggest that game?
Yeah. 126 was Duncan was 126.
Petrarca 130 odd last couple of years back.
Okay, so yes, there's been a few big scores recently.
Duncan was the highest, 119 the year before. 130 for sure for the Giants.
Good mark by Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill's been good, and I can see he's kicked the goal because it says +9. So
2018 Shuey.
What did he get?
133.
Okay, so disregard by comment.
Basher 131 in 2017.
Let's not talk about that yet.
2016.
Bobby Hill.
Tom Mitchell 141 for Tom Mitchell and Josh Kennedy 139.
Yeah. So there's been some big scores recently. So disregard me saying there hasn't been many big ones because there have been. And Bobby Hill gets the goal, scores level again. So just when you think Brisbane had kicked out to a couple of goal lead, Collingwood would get it back again.
I haven't seen Ginnivan touch it much.
Who?
Ginnivan. How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Ginnivan, but I think it's one of those ones you can say both. Oliver Bartel, I'm back. Good to have you back here, Oliver, mate. Will you be doing BBL Fantasy? I will be. Whether I do content for that is another thing. But I will be doing it. I'll be going to all the Strikers games and whatever, get around the BBL when it comes around. BBL is good, but it's always good that because it goes through pretty quickly, And then all of a sudden, when it finishes, you got February, and then you got footy pre-season again.
Agreed. When does it finish this year?
Early Feb, I reckon, because there's less games. They've shortened the season this year.
Yeah, I need to figure out when it ends because I need to figure out when I'm out of the country from late January.
Oh, yeah. What, for how long?
Finishes on. So the finals start on the 19th. Last game's on the 27th. Beautiful, because I leave on the 23rd.
Okay. Yeah, so it is a little bit. Yeah, so it is like the 2 weeks earlier, which I like. I like that it finishes mid-January, and plus as well, I've got a mate from America flying over early February. When I was over there, so he's going to come over. We'll probably do stuff, so there won't be any BBL then. Will you do BBL fantasy, mate? Will your fantasy detox be done by then, you reckon?
I'll probably be doing BBL fantasy.
Yeah. How do you normally go at it?
I think last year I got 250 odd. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I think I was roughly about the same. I reckon we would have probably finished pretty close then. I think I was about 250 odd. I will have a.
I only really did 328 last year.
Yeah, what were we going to say?
328.
Oh no, you said something like you said last year.
I've only really taken it seriously last year.
Oh mate, you couldn't have just let me have this, and I got close to you and won, and it was fine. And you say, "Oh, last year was first." First year I took it seriously. I've taken it seriously for a few years.
A couple of years. Let me have a look. What I got last year, I got 328. Yeah, I've only done it for 2 years, and then the year before I got 605.
Yeah. I'll have a quick look actually. Coleman again. This is unbelievable. Oh.
Imagine if we get scores level into half time.
He's playing one hell of a game.
Yeah, agreed, Corey. That Smith pick in the last round of last year was crazy. I can't remember if I had him on
Steve Smith.
Yeah, Smudge.
No, I don't. Yeah,
Smudge went huge when he got the ton.
Yes, yeah. One of them was against the Strikers. I know that.
Yeah, I didn't have him last
year. Who do you reckon? Dacos taking a kick in. He ran from like 30, 40 metres away to take the kick in. Mm-hmm. Love it. Right, let's go. I need to log in. Just want to see where I finished last year. I can't remember. Last grand final with scores level at half time. 1909, Carlton versus South Melbourne. Wow. Far out.
Is that a Swamp tweet?
No, that was on Channel 7, just came up on the graphic. But I would be shocked if it wasn't Swamp that probably sent that stat in or something, because he's the man that does everything. My season rank, where did you say you finished?
328.
I was 324.
How many overall points were you?
11,409.
You got me by 3 points. I was 11,406.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's have a look. Did I have Steve Smith in the last round? I can't remember if I did or not.
I definitely didn't.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I had McDermott, Steve Smith, vice captain, Short, David, Wade, and Agar, and that's why I took Carey as a loop. Then Dooley, Nisa, Ellis, Sams, Labuschagne. Then I had Travis Head and Basie on the bench.
I had Dooley as my vice captain. I took that. I had McDermott, Nisa, David, Baisley, Wade, Carey, Dooley captain, Ellis, Sands, Meredith, and Ashraf.
Yeah, see that Ashraf and Meredith. I had a couple of others. I think. Do you have Labuschagne? You say?
I didn't have Labuschagne.
Okay,
oh wait, no, I did. I did. He was looped on.
Okay. It's funny though, because like with BBL, it's almost a little bit like FPL. It's like it's a little bit sort of luck based, and anything can sort of happen and that's why bowlers are so much more. And Bobby Hill again. What a first half Bobby Hill's had. That's 4 goals.
Yep.
He could be in discussion. Oh my! I just had a look at the screen. I didn't even see the scores for few. How is Collingwood on 100 at half time in a grand final?
Yep.
This is ridiculous. I reckon if I had him in, I'd be. Well, it's currently saying I'm 7,322 out of 11,536. Wow. Yeah. So Bailey's great, 53. Mitchell good, 54. DeGoey, 37. McCluggage, 34. It's the other players. Cox on 34. Rux is fine. Darcy Moore, 15.
Shit.
Yeah. Darcy Moore, 15. Connor McKenna, 23. Jasper Fletcher, 7. And my check. That's not good. Should have gone. Yeah, should have gone McCreary over my check. Gone Coleman over McKenna. Probably gone Darcy Moore down to just a cheap defender like Starcevich or something. Get as much cash as possible and then go get someone. I don't know. But to be honest, you would have probably I reckon to win the comp or to win the thing, you would have had to have had Bobby Hill, which I never really thought about putting Bobby Hill in.
You need to have Coleman, Hill, Bailey, McInerney, and Mitchell, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have needed Dacos. Dacos was so expensive. This is a great game so far, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
awesome.
Great.
So what's that, Corey? I was 146 last year for BBL. Didn't have Smith cost me 110 overall for a prize. Was it top? Did he score 110 or would? What? So top 100, do you get a prize in BBL Supercoach?
Top 111, I think.
Top 111. Good kick by Dan. Another goal. Why is it top 111 in BBL? Do you have any idea why? It seems very odd, like an odd number.
It's the same as Supercoach. Supercoach is top 1011.
Okay, it's very, very odd. There's an 11. Don't know what the 11 is for. I've missed some, but
11 secret herbs and spices. KFC.
KFC, yeah, of course, yeah. Max Boston, how you going, Bales? Good. How you going, Max? Good to see you back. Getting a few of the regulars that have slightly popped in as the game's gone.
Oh. Come on. Let's just go into halftime even. Be a great.
Yeah, everyone in our group chat is saying like, what a game.
Oh, it's a fantastic game.
Oh, Lockie Neal. Very good clearance. People would. I probably should have taken that. Sidebond has been pretty good as well, actually. Just getting a kick there. Good kick it was as well.
Oh, come off. Are we really not going to go into...
Oh, someone scores a point, I reckon, based on your reaction. It's funny, Collingwood at 8 goals, 9, but I feel like that they haven't been inaccurate. I feel like it's been a few of them been sort of rushed behind. So they've actually been pretty. Both teams have been very accurate with their shots. Well by Dacos then. Oh. Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris running up for goal.
Yeah.
Why? We wanted to just go in at halftime scores level. We wanted to. It's been 1909 since it last happened. I think it's about time that we went into halftime with scores level. So regardless, he's going to kick it or he's going to miss it, and it's going to be a score.
I'll be right back.
Yep. And Crisp, he's got it. He's kicked at Collingwood in front at half time by a goal. Would have been really good if scores went at level at half time, which is disappointing. Ben Hayes, hi mate, Coleman, insane. I know. I had him in my draft star side. I took him out, which sucks. But yeah, Ben Hayes, my Davey trade out for Benici was great. And Gunjaka in. Oh no. Yeah, Gunjaka was very, very quiet. And then Benici's got the exact same as Davey. So unfortunate. Sorry, mate. Yeah. What are my trades? My trade's gone pretty well so far this round, actually. I went corner down to Tanya Kennedy, which Kennedy was very good, actually. Very surprising. 71 points playing midfield. And she outscored corner by about 20-something, 22 points, I think it was. So it was pretty good. 22-point gain there. I just went Postle weight down to Mackin on the bench, which Mackin only got a 30-odd, but it was just to get cash. And then my third trade was getting Garner in, going Bowers to Garner. So for me, the trade's a win for me this week. Looking at it now, I probably could have gone someone like a Phillips out. And maybe instead of doing the rookie shuffle, maybe go Bowers to someone like, well, funny enough, Amy Donnelly got an 80, Benici only got a 69. Go Dowrick, maybe. Go Bowers to Dowrick, but I wouldn't have done Bowers to Dowrick. You would have got a bit of cash, but I needed another bigger midfield there. But I could have done that. Or at least Parker, depending on how she goes. What was the other move I could have done? I don't think there's anything else. I think it's just the players I had, unfortunately, just had a couple of poor weeks. Malloy, I think everyone's got. Most people got anyway. You've got Malloy. Obviously, Phillips had a poor game. And then there was one other, and even like Bree Davey, Ty Smith, and Benici getting 60. But Ty Smith was a cheaper anyway, so it's not a big deal her getting a 60. Ben Hayes got a question. I've Barrick from the Suns on the bench as a loophole. I've Garner and Marinoff with the loop, but if she isn't playing, I'm going to captain Garner. Yeah, well, I don't imagine Barrick would be playing for Gold Coast, so I'm doing the exact same thing. Yeah, I've got Garner VC into Marinoff. I think Garner will be. I'll be taking Garner's score. I think Garner will have a good game. That's probably more hope because I brought her in this week. I don't get this any Apple iPhone ad. It's like an outer space thing, and it's for a phone. I don't get it. Ben, I just don't know if Barrick is definitely not playing. I don't think she is. I'm pretty sure she's not playing. So, Corey, I saw someone on Twitter traded out heads to Geordie Allen. Oh no. Yeah, many amongst someone on Twitter traded out Ella Heads who scored 88 to Geordie Allen who scored 26.
Been there. It happens.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I went, if that makes make him feel any better, I went Kate Hall out for a 142 and brought in Ella Roberts who got a 62. So 80 points, which, and with Hall scoring 84 points the first quarter. Ben Hayes still have Nan scoring on the interchange, fielding Ty Smith, but definitely need to downgrade one to upgrade Malloy and Phillips. Just got to be hard to get top like too good at Hall. Well, yeah, Ben, you probably go, if you got Nansko on the bench, you go Nansko down on basement. That gives you 500k. You could then go, Ty Smith will be pretty close to Georgie Prasparkas, about 1.1. Even Dowrick, she's got Sydney this week. Elise Parker, there's a lot of people around that 1.1. You go get one of them. Then you go Phillips up to, someone that you can get to. I'm probably going to go Phillips to Randall next week if Randall has a solid game. That'll probably be one of the moves I make. But we've still got a few games to go. Here's to me, mate. Who have you been impressed with in the first half in a close game? Obviously, Keneen Coleman is at top of the list, I'd imagine.
If we're talking about for fantasy in 2024, it's definitely Keneen Coleman. I'm not sure there's many other players that you could say are fantasy relevant for starting squads at least next year, except for maybe Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
Aside from him. But in terms of other players I've been very impressed with, I think Zach Bailey's played a really good game, as has Bobby Hill. The two of them have been outstanding as small forwards, really, really playing well. I thought that Oscar McInerney's game's been pretty good as well. He's been pretty dominant in the right compared to Cox and Darcy Cameron. Darcy Cameron's been very, very quiet this game.
And he's on 40. So he's like fantasy-wise, he's actually not that bad.
It feels like he's been missing, but I feel like Rocks have a way to just get a lot of ball very easily. Oscar McInerney seems like he's had the control, but that might just be because the Lions have looked better out of the centre clearance. And I've really liked the game of a lot of the Brisbane inside mids. I think that Dunkley and Neil have done a lot of hard work in the middle of the ground, whereas Collingwood's really controlled the game off of that rebound game. I mean, that's why you see the likes of Oleg Markov, Jeremy Howe, even still Sidebottom playing on the wings, throwing a lot of ball and getting a lot of ball.
Yeah, that's right. And it's like Neil got going in that second quarter. He was pretty quiet in that first quarter, but had a lot more of the ball in that second quarter. And I think Brisbane overall probably had a better second quarter. I know Collingwood are just in front, but I think Brisbane looked better in patches. Maybe they probably could have kicked an extra goal or two if they maybe took a couple of those half chances. But both teams have been very accurate. Like I know that Collingwood are 9-9. I sort of think a lot of those were rushed and whatever. So I'm sort of thinking that their set shots have been pretty good. And obviously Brisbane 9-3. I think we can pretty much remember all the 3 misses that they've had. So bloody Chris, mate, why'd you have to get the goal? Why couldn't you just let it go in level at half time? That would have been just all square, but no, he had to hit the goal.
I think the umpiring has been pretty good as well. Like aside from there's been a couple of poor ones. I think the Dacos one in the middle of the ground wasn't great.
Yeah,
the one they got in the forward 50 was probably there. But aside from that, they've been pretty, unnoticeable, which is for the better. The fact that they haven't been seen to have a huge impact in the game is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty much whenever you don't notice them, that's when you know that everything's going pretty well.
And I think that's also because the game's been a bit more free-flowing. The fact that the ball's been pinging around a lot bit, and there hasn't been many. It hasn't been a very stoppage-heavy game, which I think is probably why Collingwood are doing a bit better.
Yeah,
I think the stoppage-type game would suit Brisbane, so they might try and slow it down and congest it up a bit more in the second half, and maybe try and take a bit more of the fast-pacedness out of the game.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. Hang on, just tweeting that out. Says thoughts on these 5 players. I'm looking into my AFL fantasy sides next year.
All right.
Kane Coleman. Well, we talked about. Well, I know Mini Monk was talking about him before. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan as well. But I think we both talked about him recently, and we're both saying he's a good option. But today is sort of just almost reiterate that fact. Jimmy Jordan, if he goes to Sydney.
No, I think the person that actually gains from the Mills injury might be Rowbottom, but I think it's very much a watch and see.
Yep.
Hayden Young.
Hayden Young, obviously you're the Freo man. Your thoughts?
If he's playing midfield, like it's a big preseason watch, but if he's playing midfield time, it's going to be very hard to ignore with the way that he ended the season.
Yeah, I agree. He's one of the ones in the funny enough defence. There's a lot of those big names losing defender status. Doherty won't be there. Dacos probably won't be there, but there's still a chance he is. To have to see. Sinclair won't. I don't think Sinclair will be there, or he might be.
Sinclair's a tricky one. He might. Dawson won't be there.
Dawson won't. Yep. Doherty won't.
It's going to be a lot of defenders that lose it.
Like you got a few of those defenders that could be decent options. I think Sheasel could be all right with Zeba retiring and a few others back there gone. He'll probably be the main guy back there, but maybe more attention comes his way. You got Jaden Short, who's cheap. I think he'll go better next year with the full preseason. He had a bit of an interrupted year throughout the year and whatever. Whitfield, dare I say it, looked good the last 2 months.
I like Whitfield as well. Whitfield as well.
I said Whitfield never again, but there's always a time and a price and whatever, and he went pretty well back half of the year.
He was better than people gave him credit for being.
Yeah, yep, agreed. Yeah, he was very, very good. Even another shout for next year is Nick Newman, because he was essentially averaging 105, 110 the back half of the year, and he's going to be priced about 98. So just one that could be underpriced. It could be a bit unique. But defense is going to be very interesting next year about who people select. So Grundy.
big
I think-
monitor, but if he gets forward status, it's a no-brainer. If he's ruck only, it's a wonder.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly the same. Yeah, if he gets forward status, which there's a pretty decent chance he does, he played a lot of forward. Yeah, and then Isaac Heaney, no for me.
No.
Can't pick Heaney. We get promised every
No,
year.
I know our forward line's going to be bare, but Heaney is not the type of player that you want to look at in your forward line.
We've at least got, worst case, forward lines. If you're picking 4 primo-ish players or players that will go well, is probably Macrae, Bailey Smith, Cherry if he gets forward status, Flanders if he's got it, and Grundy if he gets it. They're probably like the 5 that most people go. And maybe you don't start with Macrae. Maybe you go the others.
Does Macrae get it?
I think Macrae will keep it, yeah. Because he gained it.
Baz does. Baz keeps it.
Baz keeps it. Sorry, Baz is another one. Cheap. Wait, no, I said Basement. Yeah, I think so. There's a few options in forward, but yeah, it is a little bit bare in the forward line. But I think a lot of people go, yeah, Corey, that's another one. Petrarca is a watch.
I don't think he gets it though.
I think he falls short just as well. I think he just not quite enough. But he's one again. If he gets forward status, then I think he's essentially that no-brainer pick. He's going to be priced expensive, but you sort of just pick him because there's no other forwards.
I'm not sure I'd go there. Even if Petrarca gets forward status, even if Macrae gets forward status, I'm not really interested in either of them.
Yeah, part of me hopes that Petrarca doesn't, because it'd be one of those ones that's a boring pick because everyone's going to have him. It's like Dunkley and Taranto this year. Is that everyone started with him? No one got advantage by picking those like a little bit more unique. Whereas if Petrarca gets it, if you start him or you don't, he's still going to be selected by probably 45+% of people who gets forward status. What are your thoughts on Jake Lloyd says no for me?
No.
I think there's a few too many good value defenders next year. I think pretty much what we said. There was defense is going to be where there's going to be probably a lot of options that people can start with.
Lloyd's a 90s guy, and he averaged 90 this year.
Yeah, he's priced at what he's going to do. If not, he might go a little bit down potentially.
Yeah, he had 2 years where he broke the ton, and a lot of people were reminiscing on those. What was it, 2017 and 2018?
Yeah,
2017. Aside from those 2 years, he's been a 90s guy.
Yeah,
if you're chasing ceiling, go for someone that has genuine ceiling, like a Whitfield.
Yeah,
where he
Nick Newman.
Like a Nick Newman, yeah, those types of guys are much more appealing to me in the 90s than someone like Jake Lloyd.
And yeah, the thing that with Nick Newman is the reason he might be interesting is because with Doherty is playing this role on a wing / midfield. He's not as much in defence. That means Newman's got those kick-ins. He's the main distributor back there. He doesn't seem to really be playing this lockdown role. And if he is playing a lockdown role, he's still getting involved with everything. So he's just a watch. There was one thing I was going to say with one of the positions, but I was going to say that a lot of people are going to go probably a bit more heavier in the back line this year because I think there's a few good value options, whereas I think next year there's not as many forward options. So I think people probably save cash and maybe go an extra couple of rookies in the forward line just because there's probably not as many options, unless Petrarca and Flanders and Grundy and Cherry and all these guys get forward sets, then maybe it might be a bit different. But it's going to be different to last year this year, where everyone started the at least 4 primo forwards, if not 5, and some people had one in the midfield or whatever. So, but then again, fantasy we know is different every year. So even midfield, there's a fair few of those players priced under 112 that maybe could go 115, or players priced in the under 105 that go 105, 110. So
yeah, I was having a chat to DC about it last weekend because I caught him for one of the games, and he and I very much agreed. Last year was a year where the template paid off, where if you were staying with a lot of the popular picks, they proved to be quite good. And if you deviated from a lot of the players that were very popular, that was when you started to lose out.
Yeah.
And that made a very big difference to 2021 and 2020 where that wasn't the case. And that might not be the case again this year where, there's going to be popular players like Grundy, Cherry, Dacos, Flanders, that are going to be picked by a lot of teams, even say Walsh, Coleman. But where you differentiate yourself is what's going to make the biggest difference, because a lot of these players are going to be, you pick players for a reason. You pick players because you think they're underpriced, and these players are underpriced based on what we've seen them be able to do in the past, but it's going to be how you structure your team and how you build the rest of your the players that you pick around them that's going to really make the difference.
Yeah, agreed. I just saw in our group chat as well, Ryan said this, and this is a very, very good shout. Holy Grail, best footy song of all time.
Absolutely. Hunters and Collectors, great Australian band.
Yeah.
Absolutely great Australian band.
Every time I hear the song, just think footy. It's just as simple as that. It's because it was on was it on one of the games on PlayStation 3 as well? It's like the one song that played. I think it was one of those. I don't know if you played the AFL game on PlayStation back in the day, but
Nah.
it was on that one. But yeah, no, love the song. It's always about footy. Corey, it was B. I went up against the grain and didn't pay off.
Yeah.
Didn't have Dacos, Dawson, English, Rosie for a lot of the year, or I didn't know I did that. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was the same. I jumped off Dacos before round one when I should have stuck with him. And I had him all pre-season. I saw one tag game, I got rid of him. All pre-season, I had English and Marshall, and I deviated to get one more. Again, because we always like to get the most amount of rookies off the field. I went, okay, I'll get Darcy because I think he's underpriced. I'll go my rookie up to Tom Powell, who I think will take the step up in North this year, which means I couldn't get Dacos. But if you look back at it now, McGrath, Darcy, and Powell, or Dacos, English, and Cade Chandler, it's pretty obvious now what one I would go. But pre-season, when I was looking at it, I thought, well, I don't have a rookie there. So maybe if Powell can go at 80, 85, I can upgrade him in a few weeks and then it's easy to get up. But unfortunately, that didn't work.
Everyone always talks about the premiums that you pick. It's as much the premiums that you pick as the rookies that you pick.
Yeah.
Like the rookies make so much more of a difference because not only are you getting the scores, you're getting the cash generation.
Yeah.
And that made a big difference between because the coaches that started Chandler and the ones that didn't and had to trade into him essentially at week 2, there was a big difference there because having the option to be able to trade out of poorer players, move to the place that you want to move to rather than being forced to move to a specific rookie.
Yeah. Because if I already had Chandler and I didn't have Powell, for example, I would have been able to go. If I didn't have Dacos, I would have grabbed him. If I didn't have Dawson, I would have been able to grab him. Obviously, I went Josh Kelly across to Tom Green, which I was happy with. But yeah, and then and as you said, Corey, you didn't have Dacos, Dawson. Like for me, for not having Dacos specifically in my team, not having Dacos when Doherty got injured in round 5 meant I had to get Dacos, which meant I didn't get Dawson until round 13. Which everyone that had Dacos, which was the majority of people, were able to get Dawson in round 5 if they didn't have him already. And they're able to get that leg up. So again, it's a little bit like that domino effect. And then English for me, again, I didn't get into the buys because I had Sean Darcy, which he was going okay. It was just those 3 or 4 weeks where Darcy got 70 and English went 150 that cost me. And then Rosie I started, so I was fine. But yeah, if you didn't start Rosie, that was another big one. It's funny. I reckon if I'm just doing my team, I finished 2,400. I reckon if I started again, hindsight one full season. But I reckon if I started Dacos, English, and let's just say it's not Chandler, let's say it's Noah Long, because that's who I would have probably gone looking at it. And I went to Chandler. I reckon if I did that and I then got Dawson in round 5 and I had English, I reckon I would have finished top 1,000.
The biggest one for me was starting McRae.
Yeah, I started Bont, but it was McRae or Bont. I think, again, that was one. I reckon, again, if you start Bont, where do you finish?
Maybe top 20.
I'd probably say so, yeah.
You
and Bindi would have been very, very close.
I mean, if I look at my starting team, the players that I wasn't happy with, Doherty, Young, Dacos, Constable, GMB, Cowan, fine. McRae, M1 was a mistake. Kelly got concussed, still was fine.
I still think Kelly was a good pick.
Yeah. Sarong, Green, Warple, Callahan, Ashcroft, McKenzie, fine.
Sarong, yep.
Marshall, English, fine. Dunkley, Taranto, Rosie, Goulden, Sheasel, Menzie. And then on the bench, Chesser, Wilmot, Hollins, Davey, R3 Luke with Heath, Fergus Green, Pedler, Chandler. Like McRae over Bontempelli was probably the biggest mistake that I made in my starting squad.
Yeah. And it's a 50-50. It's, again, one of those 50-50 calls. It wasn't even a big mistake. It was just that 50-50 call that unfortunately went the other way.
Yeah.
Says, who do you think will win the Norm Smith if Lions get up? I think you were saying before, you said Charlie Cameron.
No, it's not Charlie Cameron anymore.
Well, it's Coleman probably.
It's Coleman.
Or Zach Bailey. If Zach Bailey kicks another maybe couple of goals in the second half. Look at that. It's funny. The major ball winners, right? The second highest for each team, McCluggage 11, Tom Mitchell 13. Highest for Collingwood, Dacos 19, Coleman 22. Showing Dacos and Coleman completely dominating. Corey, yeah, I went power 2, so I missed out on Rosie starting and missed Jinby and Chandler and missed the best rookies this year. Well, if you missed Jinby at the start of the year, that was a big one, unfortunately. And then, obviously, I know you're a North fan, Corey. I was big on Powell, and so was my best mate, who's a North fan. He thought Powell was a good pick, take that leap, and he didn't. And unfortunately, missing a couple of those rookies is not great. Joe Ryan need Dunkey to lift for 25 plus. I was going to put a $2 multi on for the game, but grand final, anything can happen. I wasn't really keen on doing any multi thing. I was just going to do the draft stars, and that was about it. Grand final, literally anything. That exact Bailey goal as well, the one where he ducked around those couple of tails, snapped from the pocket. That's a great goal. But actually, no, because you went to, that's what I was going to do. I was going to have a quick look at my starting side. All I want to do next year is I just want to finish above Tim. That's my goal next year. Finish above Tim. So I went Doherty, McGrath, Day, Constable, Jinby, and Chesser. So I would have preferred to have a Chesser on the bench.
Probably.
McGrath, obviously, would have rather Dacos instead. Midfield, I picked Laird. That failed, obviously. I still think if it wasn't for that round 1 game where he was sick and it was that extreme hot weather, I still think the Laird thing would have panned out okay. Yeah. Because he went 142, 83, 84, so he got 2 tags, and he went went a couple of times under 100 after that. So it was just those first 4 games, which was the same thing the year before. And because of that 57, because he was priced so high, he dropped significant value, and everyone was able to jump on him in like round 6, 7, 8 for 9.20. So that stuffed up. No, I didn't have to start with Oliver. That's my round 2014. Went Laird. Bont worked out really well. Started slow though. Josh Kelly would have been a good pick. Sheed, Warple, Callahan, Ashcroft, McKenzie. Obviously, probably should have gone one of Sheed or Warple down and played Hollands on the field.
That's very hindsighty.
I know. Marshall, Darcy, obviously would have been better if I had English. Then Taranto, Dunkley, Rosie, Goulden, Powell, and Sheezel again. If I should have had Powell down to a rookie, or I should have gone Powell to Cogs like I was planning. But then again, hindsight is, as we said, wonderful thing. And then the rookies I pretty much nailed, except for Chandler. He was about the only one that I didn't start with. So hopefully next year we have a better year. Corey, I went Dawson in round 17 and English around that time too, and Dacos around then too, so could never catch up. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing, is that if you don't have him, you then got to try and bring him in, and if you get injuries, suspensions, everything like that, you just can't seem to get him in. Like, again, I was like that with Dawson and English were the two for me. Was there anyone that you didn't have for a while that you were trying to get on, Mini-Monk? Or were you able to get most of the players you wanted?
Zach Merritt, probably the biggest one.
Yeah, he's another one. Yeah, I've got him around 18.
Yeah, I didn't get him to around 18 either, and he was killing me after the buys. He's definitely the biggest one.
Yeah, because if I already had Dawson early in the year, I probably would have brought in Merritt after or around the buys or just before the buys, but again, couldn't. Lockie Neal was another one I didn't get in the buys. I got Dawson, could have got him for cheaper, which sucked. Says I started Tom Stewart. Yeah, well, he got injured, didn't he? Round 1.
Yeah, he did. He got
Collingwood. No, Collingwood, the knee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because that bad surface they were talking about had one of the concerts just before, and the ground wasn't very good. Says is Gunjaka a trade out? Probably depends on what other issues you've got, what her price is, who you can get for her. I think Says ask that question on the live show tomorrow with Tom. And we'll probably be able to better answer that when we have a bit more of an idea of how everyone's gone. Because what if we might get injuries tomorrow, and then you got to keep her. So probably assess tomorrow. Corey, Liam Jones, Tom Power, Jack Steele in was bad, but at least went to Oliver, Darcy, Starting Ulan was bad. Never could get rid of him. Didn't pick Pedler and started Nathan Wanganeen Miller. Oh, you started Gavin.
Nazire was fine. It was just the fact that he was mid only early on that hurt people.
Yeah.
We wanted to get him down back because people were already weak down back.
He's probably one we didn't talk about defenders. He could be an option next year. Priced at 91.
Yeah, potentially.
Probably goes, I think he went closer to 100 in the back half of the year when he had that role. So just another one to keep an eye on. He'll be unique, I think. I think a lot of people pick the other picks that we said. But yeah, starting Uland. I know Tim started Bodie. I was never keen on starting Bodie. I had a feeling he'd get dropped after a week. But I know a lot of people did jump on to Bodie. And yeah, unfortunately, rookies, it is that thing. Like the ones that start of the year, obviously you start with, but some of them you bring in early can either get dropped after a week or stay. And look at Drury. People thought Drury was going to stay in and be this sort of solid player that might be able to get high up the ground and get involved, but he had one okay game, then he got dropped. So,
all right, we're back on.
Oh, there's Nick Nat sitting with LaMarcus Aldridge. I completely forgot as well because I was talking to my mum last night about the grand final. I said, "The Crows, mate, we got to go." I completely forgot that it's a bloody ballot system for grand finals with members.
It is to a certain extent. So I know that some teams have a system where if you're a certain member or if you have a certain fee that you pay, you get a guaranteed ticket and you're not just balloted.
Yep.
So for myself and my old man, we've got guaranteed tickets if Freo ever make a grand final.
Okay.
So
yeah.
You still go through the ballot, but you're still guaranteed a ticket.
Yeah. So you're right at the top of the list.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I'm not sure actually, and it's just bounced for me as well. I'm not sure if I'm guaranteed tickets or not. I know I'm guaranteed tickets for the first 3 weeks, the finals. I'm not sure if we're guaranteed tickets for a grand final, but I know it's different. Collingwood different because Collingwood got so many members, like you can't physically get all tickets for Collingwood members. Whereas maybe Crows a little bit less. Obviously, other teams with a little bit less might be a little bit easier to get tickets. But I'll try and enter competitions every year anyway to try and get tickets if Crows ever made it, or really any. Actually, from now on, I'm going to enter all the comps. Hopefully, one day win one. Corey, I need to learn how to pick a good starting team in trading. Mate, I think a lot of us need to learn how to get the good starting team. But if everyone knew how to get a good starting team, it would be like comp would be boring. That's what makes it so good. Everyone starts with so many different players. One year you might think that you've made so many mistakes. Then the next year you might do something very similar, but it pays off. Like as Mini Monk said, previous years, following the template of the popular players hasn't always been the way to go. It's been about getting a bit more unique. Whereas this year, if you started with those forwards, started with Dacos, started with English, started with your Bont, midfield, all those guys, you were set. So to be fair, the fact I didn't start with English or Dacos and I still finished top 25, 2,600, I'm not too bad. Had a better second half of the year. But that's me. I'm always a slow starter and finish well second half of the year. I'd love to be like the Mini Monk where I'm top 100 for most of the year and battling it out, but...
I wasn't top 100 for most of the year, though.
Well, I meant top 100 in a format. Like, you were top 100 pretty much in a format for most of the year, weren't you?
Dream Team is probably the one where I moved into top 100 first, but there's also such a small amount of people that play it.
Yeah.
So moving into the top 100. I think it was moved into the top 100 in about round 6.
Supercoach?
Oh, Supercoach was only in the top 100 for a couple of weeks, which was just around the buys.
Okay. Yeah, where did you finish in Supercoach?
I dropped a lot late because I didn't have any trades left. I finished like 800 odd.
Do you reckon Supercoach and Dream Team will ever change the trading system, or do you reckon it'll always be...
It'll always be limited. It's just a question of how many.
Do you reckon they should up the trades by maybe a couple, or do you reckon it's...
Nah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, well, Supercoach I did a little bit... Supercoach, I still don't take Supercoach too seriously because fantasy takes up a lot more of my time, but next year I do want to try and take Supercoach a little bit more seriously and try and actually go okay and try and go all right. I normally finish anywhere from 3,000 to 15,000. sort of just
There were only 3 weeks where I wasn't in the top 100 in Dream Team this year. And
only
those
3
round
weeks.
2, 3, and 4. Every other week, I was in the top 100. Round 1, I was 65th.
I think RDT I did okay. I think I finished about 200, 300. So did okay at that, but a few mistakes there as well. So hopefully next year we don't have too many mistakes and we can go all right.
Oh, does that go 15?
Good kick by Josh Dacos. Lovely kick to Elliott.
Good.
Oh, Mason Cox. Oh, no, not the third grab. Yeah, that was iffy if it went 15. Oh, did you see that reporter that asked Lockie Neal and said, "Have you rung any of the past premiership players who have got experience about beating Collingwood
Oh, yeah.
on grand final day?" And then Craig McRae said, "I didn't get a call."
Yeah.
I like Craig. Craig McRae's probably one of my favourite coaches outside of obviously Matty Nix. Oh, that's come back. Oh, it's a good kick. Oh no, it's fallen short. No, it didn't fall short. It's behind.
Oh.
Tell you what, Wilmot was good this year. It was a good pick this year.
He was.
Especially if you didn't get off of him early and you held him a little bit longer, made a bit of cash. Actually, the one rookie that we missed, and I'm a bit disappointed. I never sort of went in being a Crows player. Michael.
Yeah, elevated price, key defender, very hard to justify starting.
Yeah, but he ended up being a good pick. You end up going up a fair bit. Obviously better than Cowan. That's probably the reason why, because Cowan was unfortunately a far pick. Is that? Oh,
yeah, I know. It nearly went through.
yeah.
Nearly
I was bouncing back. I was reckon that there was one other rookie that a lot of people missed. I'm just trying to think of who it was. It was a starting one. What's his name? From Melbourne, defender.
I know exactly who you mean. No, not McVeigh. McVeigh was not a good pick.
Wasn't he? I thought he went up all right. He went up a fair bit of
McVeigh
cash.
was not great. No,
Or maybe it's not him that I'm thinking of. There was one other rookie that went up a lot that I'm trying to think of who a lot of people didn't get.
Menzie. Jai Menzie.
Did he go up a lot though?
Yeah, he did. He went up like 200k.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I was looking at buying him on the bench, and everyone kept telling me you can't pay up for him on the bench, and I was like, I don't know. I think he's going to go up a lot in price. I know you were hot on him in the preseason, and obviously you started him, but I guess it would have been.
He went up like 130 odd k in the first 4 weeks. It was a fine starting pick.
Yeah. But then again, I've got to learn. That's my thing. I've got to learn next year is that not listen to everyone else and actually do what I think is best. Because I thought in the middle part, getting.
Oh, that's a great kick.
I thought getting.
That's not though. Oh.
I'll see this in a little bit.
Yeah, that's 50.
McCluggage, that's a good kick. And that's... Oh, yeah, that's a 50, yeah. Surprise, surprise, Maynard getting into a little tussle again. Not shocked to many people. It's a lot darker at the ground all of a sudden. So the sun going behind something, obviously.
How is that ball? What?
Oh, Frampton, how are you dropping that? How has Frampton dropped that? That is an easy mark. Uncontested. That's why the Crows got rid of you. Oh, yeah, that is an absolute joke. That is never, ever holding the ball. He just got the ball. And he got taken high for a start. Maynard came in.
And he was being tackled still, so it's not like it was a second tackle.
That's not a free kick. That's making up that there is the umpires going, oh, we made the mistake in the 2018 grand final. Give Maynard his chance.
Yeah, not a good call.
That's probably the worst. That's arguably worse than the Dacos one in the first quarter. Ooh, hit the post. Probably footy gods are there just to serve.
Oh.
Yeah, Collingwood has completely dominated the kick-ins. All of a sudden, I'm just having a look there. McCluggage up to 61.
Mm-hmm.
He's got busy in this quarter, especially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering what you did like the that. Oh, there's McCluggage there taking the mark. Anything he's not going to be up. Oh, okay. That's why. I like that. You're like, oh, and then all of a sudden look at the scores and go, oh, McCluggage is up to 61. And then he's taking the mark and a free kick. Was that 50 though, do you reckon?
I thought it was soft.
I thought it was soft as well. Like it wasn't. It was clearly for not coming back from the mark quick enough. But
yeah,
it's a grand. They got to remember it's a grand final. There's 100,000 people there yelling, and you're probably not going to be able to hear the umpire. Well, I can already see McCluggage kicks it. He's up to 70, so that gives that away. And that's a bet. That's geez, that's close to missing. That's the one thing as everyone says, he's always been the knock on him is that he's kicking for goal. But again, it's back to 2 points, and all of a sudden, draft stars. I might be doing okay having McCluggage.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm mistaken. I'm down at 9,003. How am I down at 9,373?
You don't know Kitty.
And that guy, that one that had 100 teams, is still winning it. 20,000 he's got at the moment. And how much did he spend? Probably $200-300 with all these teams. Yeah. Literally, I've got only players over 40. But Zach Bailey 53, McCluggage 70, Tom Mitchell 58, DeGoey 44, Mason Cox 40. I've got Darcy Moores on 15, McKenna 23, Fletcher 20, Mycheck 25. So that's what's cost me.
Oh, what the Fuck was that?
Zach Bailey again getting the clearance.
Oh god, he deserves to be dropped for that. Oh, fuck off, Michael.
Good thing I think the GameDay Squad's doing okay besides not having Coleman. We got Dacos going well. Where actually how's Quainer going? No, he's quiet, only 25. Andrew's only 32. Who else have I got? Maynard. How's Maynard going? Going okay. Moore's going terrible. And Jeremy Howe, where's Howe? Howe's going okay. Neil going a bit better. Josh Dacos. Where's Josh Dacos? Quiet again, only 36. Okay, he's going well. Crisp. It's crispy. Crisp's going okay. Archie. How's Archie going? Oh, Archie's only on 20. That's not good. Then McInerney's going pretty well. Dunkley going well. To go a bit quiet. Zorko, Danaher, Bailey, Cameron. Zorko's going okay. Danaher's going well. Dunkley going well. Yeah, Cameron's been a bit quiet. Obviously, he kicked the 2 goals pretty quickly in the second quarter. Besides that, hasn't done too much outside of that.
Mm.
Oh, it's very close out on the full. Yeah, McCarthy's been very, very good this quarter. Halfway through the third quarter now. Are you still on? You reckon Brisbane still got it from here?
The longer it goes, I think the better Brisbane have it's a chance because of the fact that Collingwood had to make their sub early.
Yeah, good call. Yeah. I think that obviously it goes in Collingwood's favour is that they've been in so many close games and they've won so many of the close games. That's the one thing. But grand final's completely different to any other game.
Means that they're due to lose a close one, right?
Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah, could be. Oh, that could have bloody hurt McCluggage' leg then.
You did not mark that, Chris. Huh?
Well, McCluggage and Tom Mitchell starting to carry my team at the moment. Yeah, that wasn't a mark for me. I reckon that Brisbane player got hands onto it first.
Agreed.
Oh. Well, good tap. Missed it. See, now Collingwood are starting to miss a few of their chances. Hey, McKenna's taking the kick out, and it's not Coleman.
And
But
he
he
didn't
doesn't.
play on.
Oh, you bloody spud.
Ah!
I hate draft stars. Simple as that. Don't enjoy it. Not doing it next year. No.
Oh, they're off. They're out.
McKenna got a tackle. Why can't this stream just be the same time as the normal channel? So annoying. Lipinski, that is awful. I'll tell you what. I know he had a shoulder reconstruction this year and he got injured, but safe to say, I think it's been a bit of a flop that pickup. I know for a fact that you've probably seen our group chat. I know JS isn't a big fan of Lipinski.
No. You got the DOS curse.
yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, here we go. Archie. Oh, Dev Rob. There you go. Mr. Instagram himself puts Brisbane in front. God, the lead's changed so many times. Just when you think Collingwood have got that gap, Brisbane kick the goals. Just when you think Brisbane have got that gap, Collingwood kick the goals. It's been very, very good so far. Hopefully continues. The one thing I'm glad that no one has asked me today in the chat so far is a few people in the chat, many last couple have come in and they've put in the chat and they've said, "Oh, can you show the game like on the stream?" I'm just like, I cannot do that because of copyright issues and whatever. If I show it, it'll be demonetized and everything. But I'm glad no one's asked that today, which has been good. Corey, 7 lead changes so far this game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a very, very good game. It's definitely been probably the best sort of 2.5 quarters of a grand final probably since
2018.
Yeah. Because even the Bulldogs Melbourne one, Bulldogs were actually dominating the first half, and then Melbourne dominated the second half.
And the other good one since before that was the draw. Oh,
The what one?
The draw, 2010.
20. Yep. Good call. Yep. Also, Sydney Hawthorn, the one with Malcheski.
Yeah, 2012.
Yep. But it's funny. There hasn't been many grand finals where the team just wins by 4 goals, and it's just like it's a little bit of a gap that they can't go. Either it's really close or it's a massive blowout. Like Richmond Geelong. Was that a big? I can't remember. Was that a big?
It was
blowout?
close until about halfway through the third quarter, and then the Tigers blew it out.
Yeah. I still won't forget. This is a good question for you. What's been your favourite grand final that you have watched in terms of being, if you're a neutral fan? What's been the best grand final that you have watched?
2010 draw. 2010 draw.
2010 draw? I'd normally go to say 2018, but I think that's pretty much a lot of people would say that. If I was going something different.
Problem for me was 2018. It's 2 teams that I absolutely hate.
I did say as a neutral fan. So for me, the ones that stick into my mind, I love the 06 and 05 grand finals.
I just don't remember watching them, unfortunately.
The Sydney West Coast games were just so close both years. Plus, I love Judd and Cousins and stuff when I was growing up, so that's probably another reason why. I still think that the best the team has played in a grand final as an individual team. I still can't go past the 07 Geelong team in terms of how they played in a game. Like for me, that's probably the best I've seen a side play in any individual game that I can remember. Because I don't actually think Port were that. I don't think Port were awful. I think it was just Geelong were just insanely good that day. I think from memory that in that game it was like midway through the second quarter, it was still fairly close. But then after that, Geelong just completely destroyed them. But and Bobby Hill, he's missed it. Oh, that was a chance. Chance gone big. That was for 5, and to put Collingwood back in front. 9 goals, 15 is becoming a little bit of an issue now. 24 shots to 15, and they're down by a point. And I know that firsthand as a Crows fan. Cost us at least 5 games this year, if not 6 or 7.
Oh,
good kick. Who's that? Who marked that? Is that Zorko? Yeah. Oh, I thought McCarthy just got that, actually.
no, he was out.
It was out.
Yeah.
Corey, 2009 grand finals, my favourite being a neutral support. Oh, yeah, of course. So, yeah, the Chapman. Chappie snap. Obviously with the Scarlet tablet. That was another really good one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right though. The draw in 2010
was so good.
That Stephen Milne bounce was that's the crawler's bounce.
Heartbreaking bounce.
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
Because more like probably 99 times out of 100, that ball doesn't bounce so dramatically towards point post. It just bounces up a little bit, and then he gets it and he kicks the goal. But that one, just the dramatic bounce that it got, it's just But sorry, St Kilda fans, if anyone's tuning in that's St Kilda. We all know for a fact that game should have been going into overtime. And I think that's the rule now, isn't it? If it's a draw at the end of grand final, it's extra time. Yeah, they've changed it, which is good. Instead of
be very Collingwood for this game to go into extra time.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Corey, Saints would have won if there was extra time.
Yes,
I think I tend to agree. Yeah, yep, I think they would have won. I still the moment I loved from that grand final was the Goddard mark.
The Goddard mark, yeah.
Yeah. Because that put them back level, I think, from memory.
It did.
Yeah. Also, that Lenny Hayes goal was big as well. Well, who knows? Might head for extra time today. That'd be awesome. Probably means Kitty Coleman will go 170, but see, Tom Mitchell's up to 90. You called it. You called it pre-game. You said it. You said Tom Mitchell's in for a big game with no Adams.
And McCluggage is on 77.
Yep. So those two calls are right.
Oh, that's sloppy.
Actually, no, all your calls are right because you did say Coleman, McCluggage, and Mitchell you thought were going to go well. It was just annoying that I couldn't quite fit Coleman. If I had Coleman in my side, but then actually, no, then again, I picked more. I had a few other guys that have done pretty bad, so probably not. But as you said, if to win the Draft Stars comp today, you needed Coleman, you needed Tom Mitchell, you needed Bobby Hill. You probably would have had one of Sidebottom or Chris, probably, just based on their score there, or maybe McCluggage. And then you would have had like a Leicester as well in defence. McInerney in the ruck, probably. It's probably bad. And like maybe a couple of others, but... Oh, quick thing from Bobby Hill there. Who's marked? Pendles?
Mm-hmm.
Does he, if he obviously play next year, does he get to 400 next year, or is it the year after?
I think he gets to 400 next year if he plays one more.
Yeah.
He's on 379.
Yeah, because he'll get to 400. To be honest, Pendles is that player that I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up getting the all-time games record holder. Just the consistency.
He's at 382. Plays next year, he gets to
400. And he's kicked it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Pendles. Collingwood back in front. 8 league changes. Well, this has been some game for sure. I was saying before as well that just showing the advert on here, I don't get the iPhone ad. Why? It's like a space themed, like a rock. From the edge of the universe. Says you're very smart thinking from Bobby Hill then. Just such a quick kick to hit up Pendles. Oh. Uh-oh, trouble. McCreary. Oh, that's a poor kick. There has been such a high transition game. Like I remember you said that as well before the game. You thought it was going to be very up and down. Oh no, is that going to be on the ball? No. Right, a good kick to McCarthy, but clearly he misses it. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very, very odd if towards the end of the game, if it's still so close, and then you're like 20 seconds ahead of me and something happens and you go, oh, and then I'm like 20 seconds behind, 30 seconds behind. Hey. Oh, yep. Corey, Geelong are the only team in AFL history to trail at 3/4 time and win. Was that 09 they trailed and they won?
Didn't the Eagles trail at 3/4 time against Collingwood?
Let's have a look. I think they did. Would they get the lead late? I'm not sure. Let me have a look. So 2018 grand final, 3/4 time, West Coast 8. Oh no, it was level. Scores were level, 8 goals 7. So there you go. So yeah, so maybe Geelong were the only team. Interesting. Well, 3/4 time is here. 4 points the difference. 10-15, 75 to 11-5, 71. Well, Coleman went a bit quiet in that quarter, but still going very, very well. 112, top scoring for the game. Bobby Hill, Tom Mitchell on 90 each. Nick Dacos, 88. Jack Crisp, 80. McCluggage, 77. And still side bottom, 75. Then you got Dan Hurst, the only other one over 70, is 71. Then you got a few people in the 60s, and a lot of people are under 60. I don't even know what I was doing on my phone. I was going to do something. Corey, can't wait. Oh, hang on. Ben at the first. Ben, how many high free kicks for Dacos? Yeah, it's been a few. Been a couple. I'm not exactly sure on number. Probably 2 or 3, something like that.
I think it's been 2.
Ben, can Cox mark the ball? Corey, do you know if Barwick's playing? Not sure. We're not sure if she is, but I don't think she will be. Corey, can't wait to watch Garner live tomorrow against the Giants. Oh, so you go in the game. There you go. Well, I know you're not a fan, so it's good that you've got Garner on your side, Corey. You can actually go for it. It's like Garner's to you what Noffy is to me. Being able to watch the Crows and also watch Noffy dominate out week after week is something very, very special. And for the fact that Noffy and Lairdy are my two favourites, they play so similarly, just tackle everything in their sight and get heaps of the ball. But yeah, I don't know if you heard me, Monk. I said that, the 2018 are both level at 3/4 time.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, 8 goals 7. So, yeah, I'm assuming what was Geelong behind in 09? Is that the one? Yeah.
Behind against St Kilda.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't St Kilda again inaccurate in that game. Didn't they shoot themselves in the foot?
It's like 8-14.
Yeah. They missed a lot of chances.
$9-14 to 12-8. It's pretty good for a memory recall on that. I'll take that.
Ben, That's good for my Garner loop into Marinoff. Yeah, I think a lot of people that have got the loop will be doing that. I've got Murphy from Brisbane, which is good because she plays in the middle between the two, which is great. So I'll be able to loop.
Yeah, Saints blew in the last quarter. They kicked 3 behind in the last quarter to Geelong's 3 goals 4.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, there you go. Corey, I love Garner. She's my favourite player, so that's why I didn't want to miss her round one of AFL Fantasy. Yeah, I picked Riddell. I should have. If I started Garner, my season would be completely different. I'd be top 50 easily. I wouldn't have missed out on those two 150 scores, and I'd probably be right up there. But I decided to save a bit of cash. I had the money to get Garner, which pissed me off. I should have just gone Garner anyway. But if you are watching, let us know in the chat who wins from here. Who gets the job done? 4 points of difference. It is a tight game. Part of me leads to Collingwood because of the close finishes, but then the other part of me is like, well, Brisbane, I sort of feel like it's almost their time in a way. You still going Brisbane here, Minimo?
I'm still Brisbane.
Have you still got still the same margin?
By 7. Yeah, by 7.
There you go. McCluggey's just got added 4 points, which is good. Always nice to get a little bit of bonus there. Ben, if I had done no trades for my starting team, I'd be top 100. Been going for lines all game. It's just that kick from mid-transition to 50. It's been a very, very high transition game. Very good. Corey says Brisbane as well. Yeah, it's tough. I'm Collingwood just, but wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't matter. Like both teams can easily win it from here. Well, not easily, but yeah, everyone knows what I mean. You still got if Collingwood to win, do you still have Collingwood win the Norman Smith, or do you reckon it would go to a Bobby Hill or someone like that, or a Tom Mitchell?
Depends how close it is now. I think McCluggage just put his hand up for Norman Smith potential as well. He's been really, really good in that third quarter.
Yeah, top 5 are probably what Coleman, not in order. Coleman, McCluggage, Bobby Hill, Tom Mitchell. Would you have Dacos? Maybe is that 5th one?
I don't think Mitch was top 5.
You don't reckon?
I think Bailey might be still. Joey, Dacos.
Yep.
It's going to be a really interesting Norman Smith medal count.
Yeah, because there's probably not. Yeah, there's probably not one like some other years. There's been obvious players where they'll get it. Whereas this year there's been a lot. I still think 2017 might be unpopular, but I still think Bashorley got Norman Smith that day.
I agree.
I think Dusty was still top 3 players on the ground. I just think Basher was
Smith. Yeah, I agree.
He was probably 2nd or 3rd on the ground, but hey, doesn't matter. He still played pretty well. I think pretty much every Richmond player played pretty well that game. So here we go, final quarter. Ben, I want to see the look on Maynard's face when they lose. Did you see the pigeons in the forward line? No. I'd say Coleman, then Bobby Hill, then Dacos at the moment for Ben. And then Corey, I'm on the Brisbane bandwagon as my mate is at the game who's a Brisbane supporter. Yeah, well, obviously a good mate of the Fantasy Fanatics, Bindi, DT Bindi, is obviously a Brisbane fan. He's at the game. So I think he's at the game with his brother. So I'm sure he's enjoying the game. It would be one hell of a game to go to. I just wish that I knew someone that worked at the AFL or a company that sponsored the AFL that could get corporate seats and I could get some seats to the game or something. That'd be nice. But one day I'll get there. One day. I would have failed at life if I don't go to a grand final in my life and I don't go to an Anzac Day game. They're the two things I have to go to at least once. Is there one game you haven't been to, Mini Monk, that you're like, I have to go to?
I haven't been to an Anzac. Wouldn't mind going to an Anzac. I nearly made it to a Collingwood versus Essendon game. I was going to be going to the Jamie Elliott after the Siren game, but then I got COVID.
Oh,
I had tickets to go to that, and I had flights down to Melbourne to go and just didn't make it to the game because I got COVID.
Damn it! That would have been one hell of a game to go to.
Would have been an amazing game to go to.
I was going to say, the Anzac Day one's more special, but just because that's my birthday. That's the one thing I love about my birthday. Obviously, it's a special day. I'm just talking from a footy standpoint. Is that every year, no matter what, for the rest of my life, I'll have a game of footy on my birthday. amazing. But no, and also the significance. It's obviously won the.
And I will never have a game of footy on my birthday. Summer
When's your
birthday,
summer birthday. When's your birthday?
December
December
11.
December 11. Okay. What's it like having a birthday in December? Because I've heard some people say it's great because it's sort of everything in the one, but then some people say, well, I get less gifts because it's so close to Christmas.
I don't get less gifts because I'm just far enough away, but my old man has a birthday that's 2 days after Christmas, so he hates it.
No, we'll just about outside had a Dunkley then. It's funny that this game it's been so weird, this game. It's been big portions of the game where it's been contested. There's also been big portions where it's been high transition, which has probably been why it's been so good.
Question
Don't know. Hey.
When the Lions activate their sub?
Yeah. That's what motorsport. Well, good thing I didn't have actual money. Geez. Oh, no, mate. It's Daniel. Still, little mate.
How's go still?
What's wrong with Jeremy Howe?
Got a big hip and shoulder.
Oh, right in the bloody kidney area.
Fuck, it's Bobby's.
Oh, Pendles. Oh, he sat McCluggage down. Oh, he sold the candy again. Good kick. Dacos. I was going to say, if he kicked that from there, that would be crazy. Probably a bit unnecessary from Charlie Cameron, that. I know you got a hard contest, but it's a bit unnecessary to try and take out a guy like Jeremy Howe like that when he's defenceless. Oh, Danaher, what was that? Dunkley's done a pretty good job on DeGoey for most of the game. DeGoey still had a couple of good opportunities, but most part it's not like what he was last week. And Bobby Hill lining up for his fifth. I think if he gets 6, I think he's probably the one that gets Norm Smith. But it's going to be very close. Bloody hell, I'm hungry. This is the only thing about when you're streaming, not quite having time to go get stuff to eat. And he's missed it. Another miss. Is that 4 goals 3?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Draws on. Draw is on. It's a 1-goal game.
I really hope so. I'd love to go to extra time.
Oh, you got to pay that. Yeah, good.
What, Mason Cox?
No. Later.
Ah, damn it. I thought for a second that I might have caught up. Good mark by Mason Cox there, though.
Oh, yeah, Bobby's getting... Cox into the rooms. Wow.
What happened to him?
Head knock?
Well, that bloody... I didn't have any chance of winning in draft size anyway, but that's just another thing that's just gone against me yet again. Oh, Andrews. Was it Andrews one that you said? Yeah. It's one of those ones, again, probably right on the line of paying or not. Oh, Starcevich, that's a bad drop. And that's on the ball every day of the week. That was stupid by Starcevich. How can you drop such an easy... I know it's pressure, it's grand final, mistakes happen, but it's a bad mistake to make. Cox down to the rooms could be crucial here in his marking contest. Okay, so yeah, it was when he took the mark. But he looked okay, so I don't know, maybe something, I don't know. Here we go, to go. I got distance from here. No, not quite. They've robbed behind. Come on, we need Brisbane now to get another behind again. I want the draw back on. I'll tell you what, if Bobby Hill was to get Norman Smith, I reckon there's probably 10, 15 names I reckon you'd probably say before Bobby Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he gets it, to his credit, it's had a good game.
He has had a good game. Well done.
Cameron getting away from Maynard and Mitchell.
Good kick. Come on.
Zorko on the full. Jared Lyons is coming on. Who's being subbed out? That's the question. Is it maybe Fletcher?
It's probably Fletcher. He's been invisible. No, Archie.
Okay, that's interesting.
Archie subbed injured.
Okay, that's why. So I was going to say, yeah, Jas Fletcher, unfortunately, has just been not sighted at all. Yeah, good kick from Zorko to McCarthy. Oh, lovely kick. Danaher, beautiful kick. Yeah, Archie subbed out. Yeah, Corey. Yep. Lovely kick to Danaher. Ah, it's a bad miss. Bloody hell, Danaher. He always does that.
Handy point.
Yeah, it is though. Yeah, draws back on again.
It's 1 goal game with 12 and a half, 13 minutes left.
So, yeah, we couldn't have asked for anything else. This is exactly what everyone wanted.
Mm.
Maybe not Collingwood and Brisbane fans. Maybe they wanted either their team to be in front by 5 goals at this point, but every neutral fan and footy fan would have wanted to be like this. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything works with Jared Lyons into the game and Archie out. Does that mean that they put Zach Bailey more forward in this last quarter? Do they move Zorko more forward or?
Oh. Holy shit, so strong.
Since that day cost free where he ducked a little bit, they haven't actually paid any of the other ones where the players lowered themselves a bit. Even like the Coleman one there. Coleman lowered a little bit.
He wasn't taken high though.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, but it looked like he tried doing that lowering a little bit. Yeah, no, he got taken sort of just below the tip of the shoulder. So yeah. No.
That's no.
Oh, there's Fletcher, good hands. Oh, but he's over. As you said, that was the bit where you said so strong how he got a bloody kick out.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be a ball up again. Oh yeah, he just unfortunately had slipped with his both feet sort of went in the same spot. Well, we have a new top scorer for the game. It's not Caneen Coleman anymore. It's Bobby Hill. Which actually makes me feel a little bit better because it means that I would have had to have Bobby Hill in my side to actually be good, and I wasn't really looking at him, unfortunately. Yeah, how's that a free kick against Rayner?
Don't know.
He got tackled as soon as he got it by 3 players. Yeah, I agree what you put in the group chat then. First half it was good. Second half not so much. If anyone's wondering what we're talking about the umpiring. So
Oh.
yeah, Mascox looks okay now, sitting on the bench. Looks like he just resting, may come on soon again.
He's back on now.
Oh, he's back on now. Perks are being 30 seconds behind everyone else.
Game's tightened up. It's really slowed down in how
Yeah.
much the scoring's happened this half.
Coleman, he's missed it.
1 goal to 2 this half. Wow.
What in the half?
In total for the half.
Yeah. I think both coaches said lock it down. It's too much scoring.
1 goal 9 to 2 goals 4.
Yeah. Well, they can't use the conditions as an excuse for poor kicking because the conditions.
1-9. Jesus.
They do say bad kicking's bad football. So if Collingwood were to lose from here, it'd be their goal kicking. Clearances have been very close all game. 37 to 34. But each quarter, it's been within only a couple. There you go. Full house. Oh, yeah, full house. 100,024.
Yeah, wow, full house.
But there's probably more people.
There's probably more. They can only report to 100,024 because that's the official attendance of the ground.
Yeah. Why? See, that's the thing. Because I was wondering that last night. I don't know why they can't just say there was 101,000 people there. I don't know why they don't just say it like
safety.
I don't think too many people care about bloody safety when the grand final. Everyone just wants to bloody get in there. I reckon if you could fit another 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people in there, and people would just be a bit like sardines, they would be, yep, let's get in there. Oh, another miss for Brisbane. God damn it. The draw might not be on.
No, draw is not on anymore.
Collingwood need to kick another couple of behinds, which is probably going to be a bit difficult.
Well, they kicked 1-9, so 1-11 is not out of the question.
Well, that's what. Didn't you say the last every grand final since COVID has been full house?
Over 100K.
Yeah. And I think even the Melbourne Bulldogs grand final Optus was a sellout or very close to.
It was over 60K, which is capacity. I think capacity at Optus is 61.
Yeah. Well, on Starcevic, that was better. The one thing I'm glad. The one thing I wish for, I was just like, just give us a close grand final, especially after last year, and it looks like it's gonna. Well, it has come true, really, which is great. I know my mum's still salty about the Crows, the Ben Keys thing. She's like, "What if we made the grand final?" And I was like, "Mum, I don't reckon we were going to make the regardless." I think Crows would have had the hardest, probably finals run that you would have had. They would have had to have played Carlton in the MCG. If they won that, somehow they would have had to play Melbourne in the MCG. Then they would have had to have played Brisbane at the Gabba. And then if they won all those, they'd have to beat Collingwood at the MCG. I couldn't have seen Crows doing that, personally. And I would imagine that you would agree with that.
Game's in a holding pattern at the moment. One of these teams has to make something happen.
Corey said, well, in 1970, there was 121,000 because you can sit on the boundary line. Yeah. Oh, Oliver's back. Hello. How you doing, Oliver, mate? Thanks for tuning in again. Degoe's had a pretty good last quarter. I've noticed him a bit more in this quarter. Tom Mitchell closing in on the top score on the ground, 106.
Someone's got to take the ball by the neck here.
Oh, Dunkley not quite. Collingwood just taking a couple of minutes off the clock with a few kick mark here. Oh, Lester's a good kick, very smart kick there. Oh, Berry's got to be better kick than that.
Fucking grow!
I'm going to see that in about 20 seconds. Good tackle, Neil. Oh, good hands. Oh, Berry spin away from Dacos. Oh, Cameron. He's got it. There it is. Brisbane in front. Make that 9 lead changes now. Bloody hell. That was funny. 30 seconds ago, you're just like, yes. And I was just like, I'm going to see that in about 30 seconds.
So I couldn't help myself with that. 5.5 minutes left. And it's a 2-point game.
Oh, awesome. Well, there you go. Tom Mitchell up to 110. We now have 3 players over 110 points.
Oh.
10 lead change, apparently.
Yep.
Or is that because Collingwood just got back in front?
Yep.
Okay, so that's why. Buddy, I don't like how I'm behind. Stupid 7+. Why can't you just be level with everything else? It's not that hard. God, I'm not going to want a bloody goal after the siren because that's going to be bad because you'll probably see it and then I'll have to see it. Pendles. Oh, Dacos, what a handball. And Jordan DeGoey. Oh, bloody hell, what a game. What a game. How good was that handball by Dacos?
Good.
Mid-air, and he just quickly flipped it out. Ten lead changes, far out.
Wow. Oh, that's not a good one.
It's one of those games. Something crazy is gonna happen at the end. I can tell, which is why I'm annoyed that the bloody this thing is delayed. And I can't look at it on my computer, watch it on my computer, because then that'll mean that the stream goes slow. So I got to stick with what I've got. The guys had a good last quarter.
Mm.
Wait, that's 50? I don't think that's 50.
Mm.
I like that in the background. All the Collingwood fans standing up and going, bloody, that's 50. Dacos now over the ton as well. Got 4 tons from the game so far. Oh, side bottom. What a kick. What a kick. Collingwood by 10 now. They got that extra goal. I did, if anyone recalls, I did say Collingwood by 10 at the start of the game. So, Brisbane, what do they got? Can they get back in the game? They've just let 2 goals slip. I reckon Brisbane get another goal. I reckon they get next one. I reckon it's set up for a tight one.
Brisbane need one soon.
Was it just over 4 minutes 23 on my end, and they need a goal to get back into it. If they can't get a goal, I reckon next 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, it could almost be Collingwood.
Need a move.
Andrews, good mark. Oh, dangerous kick. Oh. Josh Davis with dangerous kick as well. Three minutes 23 to go.
Gotta go.
Oh, McKenna, that was a dangerous kick. 3 minutes to go. Oh, crisp short to Howe. Okay. Take a bit of time off the clock. Two and a half minutes to go.
Go.
It's high against Lipinski. It's the first one they've done they've paid it for the lowering of the body. Gotta go. I hope people found this entertaining, how Mini Monk reacts about 30 seconds before I get the chance to see what's happened. Neil, that's a free kick. Yeah. Gotta go. Oh, my cage. I don't know why you'd play on and snap, and he's kicked it regardless. Back to 4 points. Minute 34 to
how
go.
long is left. He doesn't know how long is left.
Yeah. Minute 33 to go. 4-point ball game. That's the only thing that's going to be disappointing. You're going to see the result 30 seconds before I get a chance to. So if anything crazy happens, you'll react, which is going to be funny. 4 points. Minute 33 to go. I'm gonna put the commentary up for this last minute and a half.
Yeah, that should have been a free kick. He's ducked. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. They paid that of all the ones they pay. Oh.
Into the forward half, Rayner might have just got eased out of it. Wire check to ground. The seconds tick down. We're going to get
40 seconds. That's not that's agreed. That's not advantage. That should have been. Oh, get out of here! That's not a free kick. Brisbane been stitched up in the last 40 seconds here. Far out. That's not a free kick, and it was an advantage for Zach Bailey then.
amazing scenes here. Collingwood play 4 points, 15 seconds. I think they can hang on unless they make a monumental error here. Brody Meyer check down the line. The Magpies and their massive army are going to win a record equaling 16th flag. How sweet it is. Collingwood win the grand.
Bloody Collingwood in close games.
They won their 3 finals by a combined margin of 12 points. 12.
And they're the first team in, I think, well over 10 years that's won a grand final where they lost 3 of their last 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Great game. It's almost a bit disappointing, though, because I wanted Brisbane to have that last chance. That was never advantage against for Brisbane.
No.
In a grand final, the umpires have got to be better than that. You cannot pay advantage when there's that many people. And bloody Brisbane again. Let's talk most about it. Okay, now I wish I had money. I don't know if you would have got much anyway. If you've got going Collingwood, you might have put $5 on. You would have got maybe 15 back, something like that. Corey, that was Brisbane free but played on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's unfortunately this is the reason I personally don't like umpires. I know that I'm probably a bit more critical than most people, but seems like there's a lot more stuff ups in the last minute of games than there is not. Whether Brisbane would have won is another story. They might not have, but let's talk most sport. It's the AFL. Is there such thing as good umpires? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Who do you reckon gets the Norm Smith?
Bobby Hill.
Yeah. I still think that Tom Mitchell was big in that last quarter. I don't think he'll get it though, but
No, it's got to be Bobby.
I think so. Yeah. Jack Crisp had a very good last quarter as well. I don't think he gets it though. A lot of Collingwood players there had solid games, but yeah, I think Bobby Hill's the one that gets it. I reckon. What are they talking about, Dacos boys? To be honest, you know what? I would not be shocked. It would not shock me if they gave the Norm Smith to Nick Dacos.
If they don't give it to Bobby, they've got rocks in their head.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying that Norm Smith is sometimes funny things, and I wouldn't be shocked they gave it to Dacos, like 29 touches. He was still in the probably top 6 or 7 players, but just knowing how it does work, I think Bobby should get it though. I agree. He was a menace for Brisbane's defence all day. No one really found a way to stop him. For a small forward to kick 4 goals, 3 and have 118 points. So whatever he had, what was his touches, disposals and stuff. As I see, a small forward having 18 disposals, 8 marks, 5 tails, 4 goals, 2. For me, that would probably get you it. So, it says Dunkley injured. That's interesting. Did he go off at that last bit for injured?
Do you know the Track My Brown?
Hey,
you know the Track My Brown, the one that tracks Brownie's multis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it failed in the grand final again.
Has he even got any right?
Not in a long time. Do you want to know the leg that failed?
What?
The unders total score was under 167.5. It's the only leg that failed.
I for a start, for a grand final, I would not be putting any overs or unders because it's just the most unpredictable game. That's why I didn't put a multi on this game, and I don't normally do it many games, but I didn't definitely not this one because grand finals can go any which way. They can go like you just can't predict what's going to happen. Like I don't think anyone predicted Bobby Hill was going to have 118 points if you're doing draft stars. Like grand finals throw up some funny things. There you go. Bloody hell. I wonder how Bindy's feeling. Actually, see, where did I finish at draft stars in the end? I finished 7,281 of 11,500. So I finished bottom half. Well, that is shithouse. So this is how the team went. I had McKenna 51, Darcy Moore 18. That's disgusting. Tom Mitchell 124 was good. Hugh McCluggage 98, DeGoey 83, Jasper Fletcher 32. Then Zach Buddy 68, Mycheck 64, Mason Cox 57. You're not going to win a contest when you've got too many players getting 50s.
Not at all.
I like that Damon in our group chat. Frampton is a premiership player. He's sickening. Your comment in the group chat. That's funny. Wish my mum had wheels, should have been a bike. I love that. Oh. What's JS saying? Is he saying that? Oh, he's saying that that it was advantage.
It wasn't advantage. It was a
That
shot.
was not advantage, JS. What are you talking about? Never, never, ever, ever. That's funny. Oh. There we go. $4 points, far out.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit salty.
If JS is not a Collingwood supporter, I don't know who is a Collingwood supporter. That's funny. Because I know JS is saying that, but it's like you could say that about the Crows game as well. But people will complain about the Ben Keays miss because it was the thing that cost them. And Brisbane were at 70 out from goal, and if that was paid a free kick, it probably would have been locked in their 50, and they may have had a chance at some point. So, but that's right. Collingwood probably should have won it anyway because they kicked so many behinds. They should have been
Oh, yeah.
more accurate.
I wonder what the expected score for the game was. Yeah, the 50 from Barry was what cost them.
Yeah. So I'm just having a look. So last year's grand final was 81 points to Geelong. Year before was 74 points to Melbourne. Year before that, 31 to Richmond over Geelong. 89 for Richmond over Giants. And then, 5 points for Collingwood and West Coast. Richmond by 48 in 2017. We can quickly skip over that one. 22 Sydney Bulldogs over Sydney. 46 Hawthorn over West Coast. 63 points Hawthorn over Sydney. Hawthorn by 15 points over Freo. And then 2012, 10 points for Sydney. So, so this is the closest grand final since... trying to think when it was.
Probably 2006. Oh, since the draw.
Yeah, since the draw, yeah. Since the draw, closest score since the draw. And then obviously 2018 was 5 points. But it just shows that since 2018, there have only been two grand finals decided by less than 20 points. And that was today in 2018. All the others have been by essentially 5 goals or more.
Have you seen Frampton's stat line?
Nope.
One disposal, 1 kick, 1 tackle, 0 goals, 1 behind, 1 hit out. No hit out, sorry. And 2 1%ers for 8 AFL fantasy.
But there's a reason Port and the Crows traded him because I don't think I'm surprised he played 70 games for Collingwood this year. I just didn't think he was good enough to be in their 22. But hey, he's played. I guess they're going to say he played his role. So that Collingwood would be happy. That's for sure. Keen to see this Norm Smith and who gets it. Well, I know for a fact my GameDay Squad would have done crap as well. I didn't have Mitchell or Coleman, which sucks.
All right.
What, are they announcing Norm Smith?
That too, yeah.
I see you again. You'll hear it before me. Who's Reese?
Oh, he's a interesting character.
What, Brisbane?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about, yeah. I just like this. Yep, Mitchell was good draft stars value. Just a shame I didn't have Coleman and the other.
Mitchell, McCluggage, and Coleman were probably the three that I told you the most about, and Bailey.
Yep, I wish I had Coleman in there. Again, probably the play looking at the team now would have been, you go Dugowie down to like a Wilmot type, but I know Wilmot didn't score very well, but not really anyone that you would have probably gone to did. Maybe Hoskin Elliott, but again, he didn't score particularly great, so it's like, don't know who you would have gone to go up. Would have had to be a couple of probably shuffles. Yeah, maybe it's like McCluggage down to side bottom. Yeah, it would have been, McCluggage down to side bottom, Dugowie down to Pendlebury, and then what's his name up? But I never would have done that.
Scores in time on 9-6 to 3-2.
Wow. And then what, Collingwood were 9-6?
Here we go. Norm Smith time. Just please get it right.
I've got a feeling they're going to give it to Dacos. I don't know why.
God, they
Okay.
got it right.
Okay, they gave it to Bobby Hill.
Thank God.
Harris Andrews is talking.
Great season, well done. And lastly, to our boys, we'll go again next year. Great effort this year. Good to see us again. And thanks very much to all the fans coming out today.
It's that Brownlow curse, isn't it? There hasn't been many teams that have had a Brownlow that have also then won the premiership.
No, not many.
Hasn't there been a lot of teams where the players won the Brownlow, but then they've then lost the grand final?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll tell you what, anyone have money on that? God, they'd be cashing in really well.
Billy Frampton was pretty unlucky.
Oh. I'll tell you what, the way they voted some of the Brownlow votes, I wouldn't have been shocked.
I think I'm switching off from here. I think I'm out.
Oh, good on Bobby Hill. What, didn't he have cancer as well?
Not that I'm aware
I'm
of.
pretty sure he did have cancer. Almost certain he did. And he was out for a bit, and then he left GWS. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you were saying about that because you can head off in a sec.
Oh, he did too. Yeah, you're right.
So final thoughts? What did you make of the game in general?
Thought it was a great game. Fortunately marred a little bit by what happened at the end, but you can't complain about a game like that. And yeah, good one overall.
Who's the more lucky premiership player? Frampton or Lipinski?
Frampton.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Lipinski's been in there 22 for most of the season and been pretty cool. Remember, he just didn't play well through the final series, but Frampton didn't play the final series. Comes in because there's an injury to McStay. He gets one touch for the game.
Yeah,
it's got to be Frampton.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, you know what you can add him down as? You can add him down as an Adelaide Premiership player. It's a good one for it's a good one for Footy Grid.
Yep. And what? Charlie Cameron's had 2 grand finals and hasn't won either. And you would have expected maybe him to get one before Frampton, but no.
Same with Lachie Neale. Lachie Neale has 2 Brownlows, played in 2 grand finals, and has lost both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately for Brisbane, Collingwood are just too good. Close games. Just very rarely do they. I can't even remember the last time Collingwood lost a close game.
It's been a long time.
Been a long time. They find a way.
Prelim last year.
Yeah, that'd be the last, and it's the one that like mattered last year, but they got it done this year. And what did you say? All three of their games in the finals were less than 10 points.
12 points combined across the three.
Far out.
12 across the three. So they won by 4 here. In the prelim, they won by 1, and in the prelim qualifying, they won by 7, and the prelim won by 1.
Well, I think we can all agree this was probably the most even year it's been for a long, long time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like take out West Coast, North Melbourne, and Hawthorn. No, actually, you can count Hawthorn.
Take out West Coast and North Melbourne. And
yeah,
it's been a bloody tight year.
Those 16 teams, teams have beat. Look, Hawthorn smashed Collingwood at the MCG only again, not finals, but beat them. Other teams have beaten other teams. It's been a very, very good year. Would have been better if my boys were in the 8, but hopefully next year they're in the 8. But yeah, it was a very tight year. Like you don't normally see all the every final was close. Like there wasn't. Was there one that was a blowout?
The Brisbane versus Port Adelaide game. And the GWS versus St Kilda.
Okay, yeah. So that was the first week.
Those two were the only bad finals in the entire finals series, I'd say.
Yeah, because even Port Giants, even though Giants won it by a little bit, it was
they won by 23, but it was close most of the game. Like even in the last quarter, Port Adelaide kicked 1 goal 9. They should have been in it.
I remember doing the Watchalong for that and said they should have won with the amount of chance they missed. And Brisbane Carlton was a little bit as well, but Carlton got out to that quick start. They hang around, but Brisbane sort of got away late. Whatever, but yeah, no, it was a very, very good year. Any final thoughts, mate, before we let people go for the evening to enjoy the night off?
Just reset and get prepared for fantasy in 2024.
Yeah. Well, have you got your FPL team sorted, mate? Obviously, that is tonight.
Yeah. I bought in Saka for Son. Son for Saka, rather, and just rolled in the other transfer.
Any further news on Saka? Son?
On Son?
Yeah.
I think he'll play.
Yeah, because I saw that the yellow flag popped up as we talked about last night. So I'll be rolling my transfer. I don't think I'll be doing anything. Who's captain? Haaland?
Where's Haaland?
I didn't even think I've had a look at captaincy. I don't think there's actually anyone that you could. Is there anyone I'd even put? No, Palace for Rashford's a little bit iffy. Yeah. No, it's got to be Haaland. I'll go Rashford vice though. And I'll have Saka on the field, and I've got Eze as first emergency.
I think I've got Maddison as first emergency.
Part of me wants to go Saka to Bruno just to get the instant points, but I think it's better if I hold it and roll it for next week, I reckon. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, I reckon that we could call it. There's not really, unless there's anything you wanted to add before we head off.
I'm all good.
Yep, yeah, I reckon I'm all good as well. But no, mate, thanks for jumping on with me for the whole watch along. Obviously, done it a couple of times, but thanks for jumping on. I know there wasn't a huge amount of people that tuned in across, which is a little bit disappointing. I thought grand final, a few more people might tune in, but that's all right. But mate, where can people find you on the socials, and where can people find you on the coaches panel in the preseason that will be a few months' time?
Yeah, coaches panel in preseason on all your major podcast platforms, and just at Minimug10 on Twitter. Or X, or whatever you want to call it nowadays.
Yep, sweet. And I'm sure we'll see you again on the channel with potential FPL stuff. I do BBL stuff, but I'm sure we'll see that in some point in the future. But thanks for jumping on, mate. Thanks for everyone for tuned in. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow my socials in the description below at BarsDT on Twitter and Instagram, and trulybailshd obviously on here. And turn notifications on so when I go live or upload other content. I'll be live tomorrow night with Tom for the AFLW Fantasy Round 5 review. Hopefully finish off well with the remaining three games tomorrow. So looking forward to that. But thanks to Minimum for jumping on. Thanks everyone that tuned in live and got in the chat involved. And make sure you guys sign up at GameDay Squad at gamedaysquad.com.au. Thanks to them for partnering the stream with us. So thanks for tuning in for the Watchalongs, guys. If you guys aren't tuning into any other stuff, I'll see you guys for fantasy preseason with Tim, which I'm sure will be probably late December, early January. But we'll follow AFL Fantasy Fans, when we go and do stuff. So thanks, guys. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. So we're out. Cheers.